role
Yeah,
played
we
a
did.
lot,
That's what we did.
and
Sounds
we
like
were kind
sounds
of getting ready to start planning.
Yeah. So probably one of the more important things that happened was we found out um, I think pretty much all of Braddock's history. Um,
Yes,
Nitsua still doesn't know that, but that's okay. Um, hang on, let me get
I mean, Nitsua
some
and Braddock have
tunage.
never really been more than acquaintances,
Hmm.
No,
even though they've spent all this time together.
it's yeah. I mean, they make it work. It seems like.
Yeah,
Um, so that being said, what do you get? We were. I think when we left off, we had you guys were out by Jeannie's giant woodpile. Braddock was super afraid of wood going up his alley. I just listened to that when I took a shower, so I could knew at least where we left off.
he was super
Lovely.
drunk still.
Yes.
Yes, that he was. So that's where we were.
Yeah, I think Jeannie kind of helped him
Yeah,
a little
well,
bit.
he told Jeannie everything and whatever, and so yeah,
You know, thinking about it, I kind of like because everybody else seems to go to Nitsua for very good reasons,
Mhm.
right? Because he's usually like he wants to be there for people, but it's really, it's really cool that Jeannie was able to be there for Braddock. Like, sure, you could go to Nitsua, but it's kind of like maybe I don't want to.
Nitsua.
There's nothing wrong with the guy, but there's a lot of like tension that might come up. Like this is some weird stuff, very related to all of this stuff. And I just want someone to talk about it. And Jenny was like, "I'm here, dude. Let's
It's
talk."
not only that, but like in this
Oh,
situation,
big thing.
Nitsua is like a screwdriver, whereas Braddock needed a pair of pliers, right? Jeannie was the best. He was the best one to go to for that.
I think so. I got
Yeah.
that.
So
Well, and Jeannie is dealing with the exact same problem right now.
yeah, he's already dealt with it. I don't think. I think if anything, like Jeannie had more to worry about, at least when it comes to you guys, than Braddock does, because it's not like he did any of that shit. He didn't do any of the same shit that Jeannie did.
But
Yeah.
Jeannie's also an immortal genie that helps people.
That
Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm saying they're both going through the fact that they were associated with that piece of shit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
right.
Jeannie is going through the guilt of having to know about it and hide it, where Braddock had no fucking clue because he got his memory wiped.
A lot of it. I mean, that guy's brain. I imagine. I mean, it's a lot.
Oh, it's a clusterfuck.
It's probably very similar to Chris Benoit's brain, minus actual physical trauma. Just a lot of CTE floating around up there. Did I bum you out yet, John? 'Cause I
Little
can-
bit.
I can keep
Thanks.
going.
Thanks.
You
Is
got it.
Braddock's other part of his backstory that he fucking killed his wife and child?
Yeah, but he stole that wife from a different guy.
Yeah. He's got a real heroic story first, too,
right.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like,
was
it
crowned.
just makes you fall in love with him.
He was
and then
crowned
you
king of his
find
village
out he's a horrible
after
person.
a really long and arduous election, and then there
Yeah.
was a premature tribute video. No, let's stop this because I'm bumming myself out now.
I was gonna say that'll happen as soon.
So anyway, what are you guys doing? What do you guys want to do?
He shall not be named.
Redacted, winner of the 2004 World Rumble.
Braddock is still drinking those. What the hell was it? The
Fake beers.
Oh, duels.
Non-alcoholic beers, yeah.
yeah.
The Ace cooked up.
Yes, he's still
That
drinking
idea
that.
came. I'm glad that idea just fucking came to me. That was awesome.
Yeah, he's slowly sobering up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're not gonna be able to keep pace. So yeah, Jeannie's like, he's like, guys, you think this is enough wood? And you see, like, John would know what this is. John, you know the big mound out in Cahokia?
Yeah.
for you guys.
So it's like a small pyramid.
Yeah,
reference.
it's called.
Of,
I'm about to get you there. It's called Monk's Mound. It's a Native American like burial mound thing.
Nice.
And I don't really know the dimensions on it, but like this in front of it is just a regular one way or 2-lane road. Like,
Okay.
So it's pretty big. Like it's not. It's maybe it's the size of this front area.
That's a big fucking pile of
Yeah. It's enough to build a ship.
regardless.
And
Yeah,
Jimmy's
just
like-
look at the size of that car and
Genie-
those trees.
It's
Right.
like the picture Stephen King saw and came up with Pet Cemetery.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's real tired, and he's like, "Hey guys, this is enough wood. We good here?"
Jeannie, I think you did fantastic.
One more.
Let's,
One more what? Pile?
Braddock, come on.
Tree?
I
Oh,
think he's got enough.
I wasn't talking about you. I need another drink.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Cool.
yes. Let me.
Yeah,
I think I brought one with me.
That's you.
And he hands him another one.
Genie, he's just like, I'm just gonna chill out right here. And before he finishes the sentence, he's asleep.
He
Probably
did
the
all
first
this.
time you've seen him sleep outside the lamp.
Ace, he did
Damn.
all this.
He did.
It wasn't always like this.
No, there was not a gigantic pile of wood and lumber. I mean, the people here are going to be able to build pretty much whatever they need now. They
Yeah.
won't need to
If this
harvest
was
lumber for a while.
If this was like an RTS, where it has like your resources, this one just has like plus signs because it's more numbers than the box was capable of holding because you entered a cheat code.
There we go.
This is Settlers of Catan.
It's just
all we
the
have is wood.
infinite symbol now.
Right.
You got to the end of the game.
Yeah, it's like it's a boss that's too high a level for you, so it's just a skull instead of a level number. So yeah.
So the
Genie-
combat you have planned for tonight?
Yeah, totally. Fuck, you guys are so fucked, by the way.
The irony of this is that what if they built bird feeders there? Like, well, you could have just let the fucking tree like that.
So about this time, the captain comes walking. She goes, "What the fuck? You guys know that you're building the goddamn Titanic of all boats. That would be a great name for a boat, don't you think?"
Well,
The great name of a band.
that would.
For sure.
That'd really work.
That would. I get it. Good joke.
Yes, that was a funny joke I made.
She's like, okay, so we're good on wood, so the boat's set. She's like, what's the plan here?
I just got the joke.
It's good, Braddock.
Fuck you.
Let's. I think we should probably regroup with Nitsua and start planning.
She's all right. Yeah, he's
What's
out.
wrong, Braddock?
Oh, nothing.
Come on, buddy.
You
You
good there,
can
big
tell
guy?
me anything.
No, right now he's in the miserable state of starting to get a hangover.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah.
Jeannie's out, so your hangover cure is the captain's like, around here it fucking sucks, but you know the best way to cure a hangover, right?
No?
She starts rummaging around in like her satchel, and you see her make a face, and she's like, "You're not gonna like this." And she holds her hand out like this, like she's gonna drop something in your hand,
Uh-huh.
and then she turns her hand open, and it's milk jerky. She's like, "I fucking hate this shit, but it'll help."
I'll fucking snort it right now. I don't care.
She's like, "I recommend eating it. It's but to each
Whatever
their
works
own."
faster.
Yeah, I
We
don't
know how Boz feels about hangovers now.
I'm right. I've never
Just
tried.
do it with cocaine, it'll fucking perk you right up.
I've never tried snorting it, so that's got to be your call.
That's-
But
That
Let-
sounds like that's on you.
why?
Because I'm going to try it.
Okay, yeah. Well, that it's on you.
Okay, Brett, are you sure
No.
about that, Braddock?
No, of course I'm kidding.
Okay,
Of course.
I was hoping. I don't.
You know
I
how
don't know
Braddock's
about you
always
all the
joking
time.
around like that.
Right?
The regular fucking stand-up comedian over here. Yeah. So if you guys want to reconvene with Nitsua, he's down by the wash basin. talking to people.
Cool.
Cool. So she leads you over there, and there he is. You guys, the band's back together.
Mitsuha, I think it's time we began coming up with a plan. Maybe a war meeting?
Yes. I think first it would be, and I don't know, I've got too many thoughts of how to do this, like in character, so whatever, but basically, yeah, we need to have a plan for, making the ship, how long it is to get over there, what we're going to do when we get there.
You don't have to plan any of that.
What are we going to do with this?
I'll just let you know. The ship will be fashioned. It won't take that long.
No, I know. That's what I expect it to just be over the course of the month.
We just got to decide how many people we're taking, and the ship will be that size.
Yeah. We need to talk to that coven and talk to them about what they were going to do with, Uncle Dude. So, to put it back together, do we want we never resolved that?
Everybody, make me a perception check right now. And this is you're gonna get it. I just want to see who gets it.
Never gonna get it.
5. Nice.
Probably ain't gonna be you. Oh, Braddock got a 20. Mitsuha, what did you get?
My roll 20s.
Okay, so Braddock, maybe the military's kicking in. Your senses are coming back. You smell something coming from Mitsuha's knapsack, and it's a familiar smell. And you realize that Phineas has stashed you guys with some was it mushrooms or whatever?
Yeah.
That took you to the place where you would meet them. So when you guys if you guys decide you want to talk with them, you can. So
that's the question, right? We want to go back there, and because they must have had some plan, and this dude was knee deep in it and was obviously killed by the king for knowing too much. So it seems like I don't want to try and reinvent the wheel first of what are we gonna do? What were y'all gonna do? And
right.
How do we?
That's not. I mean, that's a pretty good idea. You were gonna see what their plan of attack was, and
right. And if we can
cool,
if we can get something in here where we get a good dude back, we can right a wrong,
right?
Fix some shit, and then come over and kill all his kids because his daughters went fucking mad. But you gotta put a mad dog down sometimes.
Sure.
So that's how I see it.
Sure. I just wanted you guys to know that whenever, or if when you decided you wanted to meet with them, that was at your disposal.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Mitsuha, how do you feel about working with them?
I kind of want to I know they had.
You want to work with them and then incarcerate them?
Well, I don't know about all of them. Definitely one of them who decided to make a orc go, psycho murder in a nice little hobbit town definitely needs some justice because that's not cool. What were you thinking? But the rest of them, I mean, people go mad when they lose a loved one like that, and they all definitely went a little mad. But in this case, if I'm trying to figure out what to do, I'm gonna put the needs of the kingdom first and put my own, misgivings aside, so to speak. What do you think, Ace?
I think I'm going to play to your judgment here. I don't like them. You know my feelings and what I think should happen to them.
I agree.
Is that a +3 hammer? It looks fancy.
It's craftsman. So it's craftsman. So if it breaks, you can take it to Sears and they'll give you another one because all craftsman stuff's guaranteed for life.
Yeah, I know. I just hope the Sears.
Too bad Sears isn't.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It used to be really used to have Roebuck with it, and they died. So Sears will die eventually.
Yes, they will die eventually. So yeah, let's get these ladies on the horn.
She's the captain pipes up and she goes,
hold on.
She goes, hey, because she was standing there. You guys didn't ask her to leave, so she stood there, and she says, I didn't mean to, horn in on y'all's plan, but
You're part of this.
You still need the third part, and it's at your disposal if you want it. I just didn't know if y'all wanted to go there with everything in tow, or whatever.
Well, that's like, as far as we know, that's a psychosemantic place for us. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know that it's a physical place, so we wouldn't necessarily think to take that there.
You may not. I'm saying you may not even want to take all that shit there.
Yeah,
that's fine.
They can come to us.
This is basically my DM's way of, hey, think about all the things.
Reminder. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
Continue.
If we're going there to do that, yeah, we know
Sure.
we'll need the heart to complete the ritual. But I think this is more a talk and figure out where we go from there. Braddock, are you okay with this plan?
So far, so good.
So, Nitsua, can we get the stash?
Yeah, let's do
The
it.
captain goes, why don't we go back to my place, and I'll keep an eye on y'all. Just, I don't know.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, you don't want to be fucking all... I don't even know what happens, but I think it's better you just be... People do shrooms, they should probably be in a nice, safe space, so... yeah, let's go...
I mean, probably not at the washing area.
Yeah, probably not. You don't want to drown in, like, a puddle. Like, that'd be bad.
Yeah.
That'd be a bad look. We'd have to, level up another person, and that'd be shitty. So...
Don't really want to make a character right now.
Right. And we're there. Cool. You guys are there.
Cool.
Okay. So you guys like letting this shit rip?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fun.
Cool.
We have a substitute for the heart.
Wait.
Right.
Who did you wait? Hang on.
Oh, we took the shrooms. I thought we were there.
Yeah. No, you. When I said you're there, you were in the captain's house. So
cool.
So you guys do the thing, and before you go to the place you expect to go, Braddock finds himself in a familiar place. It's very pretty. It's it's a nice little wooded clearing, and there's a like a stone basin with water in the middle of it, and he's not alone. It's a familiar face that we've all seen before in our cutscenes, and it's Helm, the guy he was talking to that kicked him out of paradise. And he says, didn't expect to see you here.
Well, same. I wasn't expecting to be here.
So do you miss it?
I do. I do miss it being here. But I've met some good people along the way down on Earth.
That's good to hear. What have you been doing with your time?
Right now we're on a journey trying to help the needy.
So that's good. He says, have you thought about making efforts to come back to us?
I have. I've also learned a lot on my ways during my travel.
Such as?
I learned free will. It's a gift I once believed to be wasted on mortals. My hubris blinded me. The companions I've made in my travels have helped me to show me that in its purest forms, it gives honor to the honorable and hope to the just.
He has a smile come across his face, and he's like, I knew you'd get there. He says, tough love may have been the wrong approach, but it's sometimes it's about the destination and not the journey.
Well, unless I walked that path myself, I wouldn't have experienced the highs and the lows. I've also experienced the regret free will provides to those who make poor choices. I've made poor choices that I've had to live with the consequences of. It's hurt those closest to me. But in those poor choices, I've also felt a strong determination to right those wrongs. And I now see the both sides of it.
He says, that's why we did what we did. He says, you were the most promising young one. You just had the one hitch in your giddy up, as they like to say, and it seems like that's been removed. He says, so whenever you're ready, whenever that time comes, I think the door will be open. Does that sound like something you want to be a part of?
I'm gonna try not to think about it right now. I'm just gonna let the moment guide me.
Focus on the tastic hand, as it were.
Absolutely.
Says, that sounds even better. He says, he walks over to you, and he puts a hand like on the outside of your like bicep, and he's like, go right some fucking wrongs, and then you get yanked out of there, and you're all three in your meeting space. And
I fucking will. Ah, shit.
He's like, I heard it. It's cool. It was a good response. I liked it. Pretty badass. He's like, not he. So you see the same kind of setup, except this time, in the past, there's been like I said, the one raised chair, the 3 chairs below it, and then there was like a platform in the middle. And this time, there's a body on the platform, and Nitsua, you know who it is. It's Alfred, and they it seems like they were just kind of maybe too optimistically getting their ducks in a row, as it were. And the mother, she says, welcome back. I gotta find these names. I had names for them. I know that the daughters are Monica.
It's Muriel, Monica, Rachel, and Phoebe.
Right. I forgot what
I think Muriel was the mom.
Yeah, she is. There you go. Yeah. So Muriel is like,
get that notebook out of here. I got it.
I mean, I don't remember things. So anyway, she's like, you see her smile, and like they've all dropped their hoods now, like, because you know who they are and whatnot. And Nitsua, you would have recognized all these people. They were around when you were a kid, and they're nice enough looking. I mean, you know, they're not like grotesque. And Muriel's like, well,
in my head they look like Bellatrix Lestrange in like the end of the Harry Potter series, like
nice.
Beautiful, but like you can tell something's not like
because I don't know that reference. Is it like when Galadriel gets all fucking amped up on her own juice and how she's kind of pretty, but a little terrifying?
A good one. Yeah, sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So she says, we didn't know if we'd see you again. Welcome.
Yes.
Well, if you didn't know if you'd see us, why do you have a body prepped on the table?
Foolish optimism at its finest.
Speaking of foolish optimism, I have to ask, with all of this, coming here, getting these items back, what was your plan? What if he wakes up and you pulled him from heaven? What if he wakes up and he hates what you've done more than the slavery? Like, what? And then even if he does wake up and he's fully on board with your with coming back, what's your plan for righting the wrongs in Stoneshore?
She says, all very good questions. She says,
how political of you.
Yeah, thank you. I try. I've been working on my
still glad
diplomacy.
you
No, that was directed at Nitsua.
Oh, right. Good diplomacy role. Um, she's like, great questions. She's like, yeah, we had a couple of, just to put it in a nicety type, a flowery colored term. We had some mishaps, a real glaring mishap, and she kind of looks at the middle one. Let's call her Rachel. Rachel's the middle one, and she was the one responsible for driving the orc insane and making him do what he did. She says, well, the plan was to bring him back and kind of let him take the ship. Mitsua, you knew him. He was smarter than all of us combined. He would have had the answers we needed. And as far as pulling him away from some sort of paradise, yeah, that's a risk. But knowing my husband, I think I think he would have been happy to do that. I mean, this is bigger than us, right? I know we've made it about us for sure, but we figured if there was a way to right this wrong, Alfred was the way, the vehicle to get to that destination.
So your plan is to wake him up and then ask him what to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit short-sighted, but we figure if we get him over there, we'll talk to the right people, make the right connections. I don't know if you knew this, but if you went around and asked in the kingdom, they loved Alfred more than your father. If you think about it, I think you know that's true. And you
Sure.
do. You do. I'm gonna
I
tell you.
wouldn't disagree.
Yeah, you just be your time growing up, you would have known that.
I always felt he was more of the mother figure, and father was the father figure. Sometimes you need someone that will mother you, and like the assistant coach who comes over and like talks to you and like, hey, how you doing? But head coach.
Oh shit! Sports talk.
Austin made us sports reference. But
yeah.
he was like, your dad was like, if it came down, he was the final say, right? But like, he was more like the face of the operation, and Alfred was like the brains, right? It's one of those.
Part of all of this, I mean, this has been an interesting, fucked up journey. Coming out here to do my bid for the kingdom, finding this shit out, and having to deal with all of this, and not lose my shit on anyone. And then you guys pull this stunt. And then you tell me that we have a chance to get Uncle Alfred back.
That's correct.
And I think selfishly, I kind of want him back just for me too. So
she says, I can't say that we disagree with you, but it's nice to know that there's somebody who kind of gets it. Not that you're on board at this point. I understand that. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop.
Do you?
So how does this work? You guys do some sort of witchcraft to put his soul back in his body and repair his brain, or to use his brain and put a heart back in there, and then you can bring him back because his soul hasn't left yet?
She says it's a fairly simple ritual. She brings over like a book, and she like opens it up to like the right page. She like flips it around and she kind of shows it to you. And like, Ace, if you look at it, you probably, being the magic man, you see it and you realize that like you're not a cleric or a paladin, but like you get it, and it seems like it's pretty straightforward.
It seems like that will work. Do I look at this? Does it have... So you said it does have to be blood that revives him?
No, it's the pieces. Oh, you mean like... you mean like
Completes
they
the
have to
ritual.
be there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say they have to be there.
No, you've established that
Yeah,
precedent.
we did.
Yeah, no, you have established it. That's why I
You
was
can't kill them right after.
making sure this parchment said that.
Yeah.
But yes, it seems, according everything they've told us about the ritual up to this point is true.
You hear a voice pop up from behind her while she's holding the book, and she says, "Mother, if I may," and the mural like snaps her head around, and Rachel, the one who was responsible for the orc, she says, she kind of steps forward, not too far. She kind of keeps her distance, but she steps forward, and she's like, I realize that now I was hasty. I didn't take my time to plan. She says, what happened has happened, but it's awful. We don't. No one's claiming that it wasn't anymore, right? Like she said, if I could do it all over again, I would have done better. She says, but after, if you oblige us, Prince, my fate's in your hands. She said, and her mom's like, she's like, kind of like, she's like, Rachel, and she's like, Mom, stop.
What's her name?
Rachel. She's the one who did the orc shit. She's like,
Rachel, I'm glad to hear you say that because your fate has already been decided. So knowing that you have come to peace with it, it will only help your soul.
She is not expecting that answer, and her mom like starts to like kind of like make her way towards her, and she's just she's like her mom like shuffles over there like she's gonna give her a talking to, and she's like, Mom, stop. She's like, this is how it has to be. She's like, don't try and sugarcoat anything. She's like, she's like, I did it. It's over. They did what they had to do. I did what I did. Let's just try and move past it. And the mom, you see the mom from you're looking at her back, and you see her shoulders kind of slump, and her head falls down, and she walks back up to her chair, and she kind of just sits down in the chair, and like she kind of bends over at the waist, and her hands are in her face is in her hands, and she's not in a good way, and she's like,
Muriel,
yeah, what's up?
you need to pick your head up because you did this. This will not be the only life that has to be sacrificed for this plan to come through. If you would have been trustworthy, honest, and straightforward from the beginning, we probably would have had none of these issues.
She says, yeah, maybe, but I also didn't know who the fuck on that planet, or not planet, who the fuck on that boat could be trusted. And as you could see, there was a few, but the ones that mattered, you couldn't trust them as far as you could throw them.
On our boat, there was no one you couldn't trust. You didn't necessarily know that, but there was no one you couldn't trust on our boat.
She says, yeah, well, we took our actions, and we're gonna deal with them. So she's being kind of short with you, but she also
Ace is fine with that.
basically just also realized that her
Ace just has no sympathy for her.
Yeah, that's whatever.
Yeah.
I've known that for quite some time.
Yeah. No.
She says
he just wanted to bring up the fact that, like, we have somebody, we have a heart, but there's still one other person to be sacrificed. That decision has not been made yet.
Yeah, she's like, well, as it was before, it's your call. She's kind of in shock. She thought she was about to possibly have a family reunion of sorts, and and take down some sort of evil, and then she realizes that if there is some sort of reunion, it's going to be extremely short. So
100%.
This is what's required for the balance. This is what it means. This is why we have to compromise. Nobody can be perfectly good or perfectly bad. What you did, Rachel, was wrong, and your sacrifice will help right that justice as much as it can. And Monica, you raised a daughter who could see that, and that's your sacrifice. I just hope Alfred thinks the same.
she says, she just kind of nods. She's like, yeah. I hope this ends up being worth it. And she puts her hood up. You can still see her face, but it gives her, it's not quite like in an edgy emo teen sense, but like she's kind of receding into herself. And she says, well, I guess let us know. We'll be here. Anything else I can do for you?
Itsuo, where would you like to go from here?
I mean, yeah, I feel a little biased, and I don't think that the light becomes stronger when it's supported by the darkness. I don't think it shines any brighter.
So we should bring him back.
You're right, but I don't think the light can. We can't survive only in the light, and I think this is one of those things that muddies it to gray, and sometimes that's what life is it's gray.
Muriel takes her hood down and she says, I've been thinking, she's like, if I know that we're not the best business partners, if you will, but if you guys decide to work with us, I think if you do have to fight your father, you may be able to do it on your terms versus his terms. If you just go in there solo. She says, if you bring Alfred back, you could probably bring him to justice, and well, Natsuo, you know what happens from there, and you do, but she says he's probably going to want trial by combat. She says, but it'll be in the arena. Without it, who knows where the hell you'll have to fight him. She says, that's all I got. She goes, she goes, I'm sorry I didn't handle this better. And I'll save you guys your inside checks. She means it. There's a lot of regret there. There's even more regret now than there was 5 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, because now she knows she has consequences.
Well, I think she always knew there was consequences, but now they're like right there staring her in the face.
And
see, I felt like because it's a noble, she feels like she's above them.
No, if I've made you mean that she thinks she's above you guys?
No, she's going to be above the consequences. What her and her daughters did was necessary. A necessary evil, as nobles often think when they're making laws or handing out punishments.
That may be.
They think of necessary evils.
That may have been a bit on me. A bit me and.
No, I think you played good nobles, but
I'll tell you right now, no, they don't.
Because that's how they basically talked about it. Like it's
It
a
was,
necessary evil. So that is coming from the.
what they
You know what I mean?
We're pretty much at the
Yeah.
the end of this. So let's just put the cards on the table, right?
Yeah.
They took what they did was they came up with a plan that was perhaps maybe the not most ethically right, but was certainly going to be the most effective.
Yeah.
And whatever came with that was gonna come with that. But it was more of a we're going this route because we don't want to leave any questions to be answered. They're like this this is a trash can that's on fire and we're using a 4-foot fire extinguisher to put it out instead instead of getting like a little handheld guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll clean up the mess afterwards, but we're not really paying attention to what mess.
Right, we're gonna cover this whole room in foam to put this trash can fire out, and then we'll like you said, clean that mess up. So but yeah, this is so I don't know, go ahead, sorry.
Well,
that's where they're at.
There's really not much else to keep talking about. Like, I mean, I feel like this is a time we would all look at each other and sort of nod. Like,
so accompany us back to Shoebill Coast and we will make it happen.
She says, you have a heart?
We
do
have one we can get.
Well, lined up.
She says, all right. Yeah, we'll be there. When and where? Like, she wants you guys to determine the meeting time and place.
Come with us now to Shoebill Coast.
Okay.
We'll meet at the captain's house. We'll get Herbert. You can meet him.
She says, okay. You guys,
and he says that kind of smugly.
She says,
but
cool, we'll be there. And you guys snap out, and you're back in the captain's house. You shock awake, and you hear like the wind pick up, and they kind of apparate, and there they are.
Captain, it looks like we'll need Herbert.
Gerbert? Yeah, I'll go get
Gerbert.
him.
Yeah, I messed that up.
No, that's cool.
Don't tell him.
No,
don't.
Y'all are going through with that?
I think we might be. We're gonna talk to him.
Okay, she says, cool. Well, if you are or aren't, he was nice enough. Maybe should get his name right. It's the least you can do.
I'm glad I said it to you first.
Right.
I'm going southern there.
So she,
yes, I'm glad I said it to you first.
She goes, cool. Oh, fuck. What the fuck did I accidentally hit the refresh button. She goes, yeah, I'll be right back. Guess gotta go track him down. And she goes and she's probably gone. She's gonna be gone like 10 minutes.
Okay, Your Majesty, while she's gone, should we think of a location to do this that's not the captain's house? Because I really don't want to have to kill Gerbert in her living room.
I don't know. I'm going back and forth on whether or not
you want him to?
We want to do this in public or in private. That's what.
Shouldn't that be left up to him?
Because everyone knows Alfred is dead. If someone just comes back and says, "I'm fucking Alfred," everyone's like, "Whatever, you're dead." If we have witnesses of this entire group of people that know the shit that we're into, the compromises that we had to make, that we accepted the consequences and responsibilities ourselves for the shit that we're getting into, saying we're not perfect and we're not above the law either. That this is how we're going to do this. This is what the culmination of what we've been here and what we've been fighting for to protect you guys from. and to tell them like, this is what it's come down to. We have here is his family, here is his body, here's his shit, here's this person who's volunteered as sacrifice to bring Alfred back. You all knew him. This is what we're doing, and this is why we're doing. Like, put the fucking cards on the table. Because I think a lot of this keeps happening because the people like just keep like, and then we come back with Alfred and they're like, what is this? Like, oh, we did some like
you hide things, so you leave. If you leave it open for questions, those questions are going to fester, and people are going to come up with things that aren't even there.
Right, but if we did it in full view, like, this is what we're doing it, this is why we're doing it, and we do it, and it's like that he's back. We've got witnesses because magic is known, right? Yeah. Necromancy isn't like I mean, it's probably kind of shady.
People know that you can do resurrection, but it's not easy.
Right, like shit happens, but like,
wait,
this is what we're like.
It's costly, and like
and
in the game, it's not this difficult, but this particular one I've made a little bit more difficult. And by a little bit, I mean the center of an entire campaign. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Let me know when you guys want the captain to come back with Gerbert.
Well, okay, Nitsu, I know you were struggling on whether or not it should be public or not, but shouldn't it be left up to Gerbert?
Who?
Gerbert?
The guy you're going to kill to get the heart.
Yeah.
He's asking, do you want to kill him in front of everybody, or what?
How he, that can be up to him. That can happen privately. Like, he can be there, and if he doesn't want people to know, that's fine. If he wants to be, you know,
it was
quietly.
just because a while ago Ace was asking where to do it, and you were struggling whether or not to do it in public or not.
Well, that part would still be in public, but like the actual resurrection, the doing the spell, but I mean, letting him, you know, quietly go to sleep, so to speak, in his own bed. That's fine.
Yeah.
How do we have poison?
You can commandeer that. If you guys want this dude to just take a nap and be gone, that we can have that happen, because I don't really want Gerbert to have to get like fucking ran through for this. Like,
and then him not die, and you have to take like 20 shots.
I'm not dead yet. I'm just badly hurt. I'm feeling
I think
better.
Everybody's broken up enough about this. We don't.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to.
I can tell by everybody's eyes this has been an emotional episode.
This doesn't have to be like Terrifier. Like, it can just be like, you know, The Notebook or whatever.
So it's up to him what he wants, really.
That's cool. Yeah. I'll just tell you, he'd probably want to like just take something and take a nap, and then you guys have free will to. The captain's a notary, and
so
she's already notarized his will and testament to say, hey, it's cool if these guys cut my heart out and then use it for their dark resurrection rituals.
So he.
It doesn't say that. I just wanted to make you.
We
feel
get
weird.
to the ritual then. Unless we want to role play the Gerbert stuff.
Yeah, no. Gerbert comes. Yeah, she brings Gerbert back, and
so
he says,
he's gone.
He says, hey guys, who's your friends here?
Gerbert, these are the women who need your heart to bring back their father and husband.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you deserve a chance for them to explain it to you.
He says, oh, it's nice to meet you. I've heard, you know, not that, I don't think that nobody really like nobody in the town knows your guys' mission, right? Like, to where like,
they don't know about the resurrection, right. I don't think.
So here's
Austin, do they? Has Nitsua been that transparent?
No, I mean,
has he talked about Alfred and the resurrection?
that would probably be what we would happen like nowish.
Right.
Like,
So
Gotcha.
here's what happened: is
Yeah.
he's like, I've been here for a while, and I've heard a few stories about Mr. Booth, and he seems like a gem, and if bringing a good soldier back is at the cost of somebody who's seen all he wants to see, it sounds like a good trade to me. And you see all of their faces like fucking sink. They're like, God damn it, you couldn't have picked, like, they're like, we know we told you need somebody that's got a pure heart, but it's like, fuck, you picked like a puppy dog. Like,
Yeah.
we gotta kill this puppy to bring back like a, purebred fucking adult dog. Muriel's like,
Fucking awesome. Because
she's
he's a
like-
halfling, too.
yeah, so yeah, it's him being small makes him intrinsically more
Fucking
sympathetic.
Bilbo.
Bilbo sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway,
True.
it's Mary.
Nope.
He's like, she walks up and greets him, and she's like, I didn't think that they would be able to find somebody that was, and she does like air quotes, she's like, worthy. And she's like, I promise you.
Gerbert's the most worthy human on Earth, or wherever we're from.
Yeah, she says, I know I just met him, but that's what it seems like. And she takes a knee in front of him, and kind of like shakes his hand, and like puts her other hand around like the full clasp, and she goes, we'll make sure not to let your noble deed go to waste. And he just he gives her like a nod with like a tight-lipped smile, like he's like, cool, I'm ready to do this. He's like, let's fucking do this. And he doesn't say any of that, but he nods at her, and he's like, she gets up and she retreats back, and she says, he says, well, I got everything at the house. Maybe just head over there in like an hour. He's talking to you guys. He's like, if you don't mind, I'd rather be alone when it happens.
Whatever you need, Gerber.
He says, Captain, here, you stamped this earlier. He hands her an envelope. She kind of nods, and she hugs him real tight, and you hear her kind of choking up, and she whispers thank you, and he's like, he goes to the door, and he goes to turn the knob. He turns around, and he says, go get him, and he heads out, and
Will do.
You guys wait like an hour, and
Ace is, while we're waiting, Ace is gonna grab, like, he's gonna look for an instrument in the captain's house, and he's gonna sit down. He's gonna start writing a memorial song for Gerber.
cool.
I'm gonna help sing it.
Oh shit.
Nice.
So, did you guys have anything you wanted to do before this hour passes?
No.
No, he's doing that in the room with the girls.
Yeah. No. I know.
Totally out loud.
For sure.
Yeah, and Braddock has had his fill of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
So, excuse me. So this hour passes. You guys head over there. Do you want them to stay at the captain's house, or?
Your
I
Majesty,
mean, as far
that's
as I'm
all up to
concerned,
you.
you guys can pick what time of day all this is happening at. If you want it to be nighttime, it can be. But anyway, you guys get there, and you see that he's laying in his bed, and he's holding something, but like he's gone, and his eyes are closed, and there's a subtle grin on his face, and you see he's got like his hand on his chest,
and there's a piece of paper under his hand. And does anybody look at it?
Yeah. Ace will grab it.
You see, it's a drawing, and it's fuck. Hang on, let me pull something open real quick, because I think I know what I need to say here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so you see, it's a drawing, and it's two people on a beach, looking out at a sunset. They're holding hands, and it says G and H, and then there's a year, and it's it's like, I don't know, 30 years ago based on the year, and it's just a picture of him and his wife that he had somebody draw from like a vacation they went on, and that's what he died holding. And you see that he's there, ready to be the instrument.
Ace is gonna take that picture and he's gonna put it away.
I was about to ask if I can hold on to it, but yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, if you want it, that's fine. If you say something to Ace, we can role play that out.
Okay. No, we don't have to. It's a quick scene, so no worries.
Okay, cool.
So, we don't really have to get into the specifics. Do you guys just get it out of there?
Details.
No, I'd rather not. I'm not. I'm kind of bummed out, but I know I set all this up. So you guys get the thing.
You made a whole campaign that hinged on a resurrection, and now you're bummed out.
It doesn't mean I didn't like this guy. Dude, I'm the one that fucking put him in here as the thing to be sacrificed.
I know you did.
I'm okay with bumming myself out. I do it all the time. I watch
Love
dog
Gerber.
videos on Instagram.
Put the guitar.
Why couldn't it be Regan? Should have been Regan.
Because he sucks.
Totally should have been Regan.
Because anybody that you wanted it to be isn't good enough.
No, exactly.
So, yeah, so you have the heart. Let's just say they stayed at the captain's house. So now you guys have everything. Yeah. So you go back to the captain's house, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do we need to call a town meeting there, Your Majesty? Is it time?
Yeah. Yep. It's time.
All right. So, yeah, the captain goes and, like, rings a bell or something. And, let's say it's, like, I don't know. It's, like, just after dinner time. And, everybody starts slowly meandering out. And, eventually, they're all there. There's you guys on that, like, impromptu stage that you guys have been using, I'm guessing.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, that's where you want to be. That's where you can be.
Yeah, that's what I figured we would.
Sure.
Where do you want them to be? Like, up there with you, or kind of stashed backstage, as it were?
Your
probably
Majesty.
right behind us.
Oh, yeah. Braddock.
Where would we want them to be?
Yeah.
The women?
Yeah.
Oh, they're right next to us.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you guys wanted to bring them out.
No,
or
we're
what
not
you...
hiding.
This show it's your show. I just want to make sure everything goes the way you want it to.
We're right up there. The captain probably comes up and, like,
Yeah.
You know,
She says Prince Sue has something he wants y'all to hear. So give him your full fucking attention, all right? Because this ain't gonna be easy.
I'm not a prince here. I'm just me. But
no, you are. You still are.
He looks over at Ace.
Your Majesty, don't be modest.
He looks over at Ace and, like, kind of does, like,
No, B.
I'm not going to talk to them without an introduction starting now.
Ace was kind of solemn because he wasn't really going to it. He's like surprised that Mitsuo actually
but
wanted
like
one.
somber.
And it like perks him up, and he's like, Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, man.
I introduce to you the undeniable angel from the heavens, the man, the myth, the legend, Braddock!
There we go.
And the man who sacrificed more than anyone will ever know.
Thank you.
The sacrificial prince, Nitsua!
Okay. Before, two things that have been chittering to myself. First, when you said the man who sacrificed more, I thought you were going to introduce Gerber, which was fucked up. But I'm glad you didn't do that.
Why am I introducing a dead guy?
I didn't know. That's what I thought you were going to do. And then secondly, when you were about to introduce Gerber, or not Gerber, Braddock, you paused, and I was expecting you to go, the reigning, defending,
I'm going very Michael Buffer with this.
I was going to give you Paul Heyman, but...
Okay, I'll take it.
But yes, that's why I was fucking trying not to explode.
Yeah, you would say Braddock like the way he says Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
And,
continue.
of course, the master of the arcane, Ace Burbank.
Hank.
Everybody, like, they start clapping and they're looking around. They're like, we know who you guys are.
Introducing from the deepest, darkest depths of my mind, the Coven.
Everybody's looking around confused.
The Brood.
And he like gestures with his arms real big and wide, like at them. Very
Fucking
yes.
Best music ever.
Fucking love that fucking music.
Yeah, I was like, yes, everyone is looking around.
I need to
confused
add that to my list.
at these.
How is that not on there? That's a good one.
Everybody's looking around confused because they know who the fuck you guys are, and then they're looking around even more confused because they don't know who these hoes are.
So,
They're the Coven.
Mitsua steps forward and says, and very solemnly, like, he was more or less just like, yes, Braddock, yes, myself, yes, Ace. And then he walks forward and he's like, yes.
Before you get started, I want you to know that all of these people, they would know who these women are, but they have their hoods on.
Right.
So, Ace has introduced them as the Coven. They have their hoods on. You do with that. Fuck, they would. I mean,
No, yeah. I love it.
it's like people knowing like a senator's family or something. But like, so you do with that what you will. Anyway, continue.
Yes, thank you.
Kanye
Thank
Davis
you.
over here.
You're welcome.
But
Who we all are sometimes hinges on our name, because who are any of us
Without our name.
apart from our names? The introductions that Ace gives us always tells you a little bit more about who we are and what we're doing. And today, what we're doing here is this is the end of a journey and the beginning of something more. You all know about the truths that we have discovered about the kingdom, about the slaves, about the king. And you all remember Alfred, whatever his title was. When he died recently, we were all told another lie about why he died, circumstances around his death. And I'm here to tell you the truth that I have learned again, is that he was killed by the king. And I imagine he was killed by the king because he found out the truth that we have learned here. When he was killed, my father tore his soul, his mind, and his heart out of him so that he could never be resurrected. And that was part of, at least, the reason why the first crew came over, was to take those pieces and spread them across this continent. We have recovered these pieces. These pieces were also being searched for by another group of people. He looks over at the coven. Other people that you also know. This is Alfred's family. And
They all take their hoods down.
they are also here for a different reason. They came here to find Alfred. Now, there are many truths, there are many stories, and many things have happened while we've been here. Too long to tell you in one tale before you all. And what their plan is somewhat shocking, but maybe our best chance, and the kingdom's best chance. They have recovered Alfred's soul. Well, we did, but we recovered Alfred's soul. We recovered his heart, and we recovered his mind. His heart was destroyed in the fate of chance. Another man here has volunteered to give his life for this purpose, and I want you all to know what that purpose is. We are going to bring Alfred back.
Everybody's looking around for somebody that's missing.
Huh?
When you say that, everybody starts looking around to see who's missing. Like they're taking.
We are going to bring Alfred back. To do that, we needed a heart. A heart of somebody that was pure. A heart of somebody that would that would volunteer for this. His name was Gilbert.
Gerbert.
Gerbert.
His name was Gerbert.
His name
is Lee. Goddamn.
His name was Gerbert.
His name is Robert Paulson.
His name was Robert Paulson. That's what I almost said first.
His name was Gerbert Paulson.
His name was Gerbert Paulson.
I mean, I liked Gilbert. Don't get me wrong.
He lost his wife recently, and he has lived a long, full life. Now, the reason I'm telling you all this is because I said from the beginning that we were going to do everything open and transparent. We were not going to hide any of this from you, and we wanted to give you all a chance to ask questions and to be a part of this, because you all are going to be a part of it, and we can't do anything without you. The throne is empty without the people's support. And he starts looking around like, he doesn't say anything else after that.
Does he like open it up for Q&A
Yeah.
time or something?
Yeah.
Okay. You see a guy that I don't know if you've really talked to him, but his name is Nabs, and he was a goblin, and he was like Kendall, the Fletcher, the bowsmith lady. He was like her second in command. Like he came to help her with the fletching and whatnot. And he's like he steps forward and he's like, so like let's fucking do it then. And Kendall steps up and she's like, Nabs, forgive him. He's he's ambitious, but his heart's in the right place. She says, yeah, I knew Mr. Booth. And you could tell, like, in her voice, she only ever called him Mr. Booth out of, like, respect, reverence, like, kind of thing. She's like, if anybody's gonna blow that pressure cooker, that's the guy. she's like, I don't know if anybody disagrees with me, but anybody that knew him, they're not gonna question you. You look over. She looks over and she goes, she's like, Argon, who's the blacksmith guy that you've been dealing with during the rescue. He's like, yeah, oh yeah. He's like, he's got this sense about him of like, this fucking thing's gonna blow wide the fuck open. And you see Babs come forward, and she's like, yeah, I don't know what so do the thing, yeah, we're gonna do the thing, yeah. And,
We're gonna do the thing.
Unknown guy number 5. What do you think?
Guy number
just
5.
Unknown guy number 5. I just
Guy number
pointed
5
a
is
random
like,
guy in the crowd.
I'm not so sure. Let's see. I probably have a name for this guy.
Babs, I trust you more than unknown guy number 5.
You got Horton Leatherfoot. He is a. What is he? He's a. He's probably like a dwarf now.
Horton, do you hear who's?
He's actually a rancher and stableman. Like, he's a horse guy, so it makes sense. He's like, yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't, sure, I just make saddles, dude. Like, I guess, I don't see a problem with it. I sold Mr. Booth a saddle for little Phoebe up there, like 20 years ago. I don't know, seemed like a good enough dude. He actually overpaid. I told him it was like $100, and he's like, here's 103, and I'm like, that's a weird number, but sure, I'll take it. And yeah, and he's like out of stuff to say because he doesn't know why the fuck you called on him.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Ash, the orc, the guy that you the fuck did he even come from? Anybody remember?
He's the farm.
Yeah. But was he here the whole time?
Yeah.
I don't remember his fucking origin. He's like,
he came as the number 2 guy to run the farm.
I couldn't remember if you guys brought him from somewhere because it's been a hot minute since we've talked to him.
No.
So
no, I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Because the only orc we met died.
He steps forward and he kind of like walks to like the front of the stage, like in front of the stage, but doesn't like walk up on it. And he turns around and he faces the crowd and he says, I don't know about any of you, but if it wasn't for these guys, none of y'all would have been my friends. And I'm not saying that as a shot, but they opened that door, and now I have a family of 60 or so now, and whatever they say is gospel in my opinion. And the captain kind of like walks forward, and she like squats down and she like grabs him by like the neck shoulder trap area, and she's like she just kind of squeezes him and then like pats him on the back. He looks up at her, he smiles, and he's like anything he looks at, turns around, looks back up at you guys. He's like, I know I can't do much, but anything you need from me, you just gotta ask. And he kind of takes his place back in the crowd, and you don't have any opposition. Like, you guys have fucking saved this town. Nobody.
Yeah.
The only person here that would have like even thought about like bucking back at you guys is Tipton Langley, and fucking
Austin's assimilated him.
Right, Austin's he's got Stockholm syndrome now.
Yeah.
So
you're the board.
He's totally on board, and you hear him. He's like he like steps up on a barrel in the back, and he's like for the light and the truth. And you hear him quiver because he doesn't know if that's the actual thing, but he says it anyway, and
he would
halfway
know.
confident.
He would know. And that's it. And he would absolutely know. They spent some time together.
But yeah, you guys have the town's full support.
Well, Coven, how about it?
They
And he
say,
throws him a satchel of pieces.
okay, okay, you guys want. I'm sure you would have all discussed this. You guys want to do this right here?
Yeah,
Okay, no, that's
yeah.
totally
We already
cool.
we already said that.
Okay, I missed it then. So yeah,
Yeah.
they kind of like walk off stage and they like bring Alfred out because like they didn't want to like fucking just have like they didn't want to like Weekend at Bernie's him up there. So like they bring
It
him
would have
out.
been so better.
Wouldn't have. They like they
Bring him out. He's
they
down.
kind of just lay him down on the stage, and you know they kind of like they put themselves in between him and the crowd while they like work all these pieces back into him, just because it's a little grisly. But you guys can see it, and they're doing everything with care, and you know they're only doing it as forcefully as necessary.
Randy, come here. You gotta see this.
Who?
Randy.
Oh God!
I'm
Randy,
joking.
Randy's
I'm
like,
joking.
no. Randy's like, yeah, and his mom grabs him by the collar and says, no, you stay here, and he's like, ah,
Oh,
and
she's such a party pooper. He's gonna say to the captain.
yeah, she's like, you know, it's probably for the best, man. Fucking, he's like sick. Um, she's
But
like,
this is cool.
yeah,
He will love it.
yeah, probably, but also then maybe he becomes a serial killer. Like we don't need that.
Fair enough. See,
so-
that's why I need you around.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody. Yeah, that's why. There's man, and then there's whoa, man. Like that. I stole that joke from a comedian.
Whoa,
I don't remember which
I-
one.
that's a good one.
Yeah,
whoa.
I know.
You've opened my
I'm
eyes.
smart
May have been
lady.
Foxworth.
Yeah. Oh, was Foxworthy? Now I don't feel great
It
about
may
it.
have been. Or
It may have been.
Engvall.
I
Might have
like
been Ingvar.
Foxworthy. I mean, I don't hate Foxworthy's comedy.
Anyway, regardless. But yeah.
It's probably a shithead politically.
So they kind of like they put all the pieces in and like he looks fine, and they kind of like join hands in a circle and they start like chanting, and you see like this like column of light like in the middle of them, and it's like all the way to the fucking sky. Like, you ever seen the Luxor in Vegas? It's like that. Excuse me. And like it kind of like flashbangs out, and like everybody's vision goes white and purple and green and shit. Like you get the flashes like when a camera goes off in your face, and when everybody's vision comes back, he's there, upright. He looks confused, but he sees his family, and like once all the purple and greens are gone, like you see them all like embracing, and then they kind of break apart. And I think the first person he probably sees and recognizes outside his family is probably Nitsua, and he sees you and he like smiles. And he says, what am I doing here?
Hey, Burbank, nice to meet you.
It's like, yeah, all right. He shakes your hand and he's like, you got a lot of energy, huh?
Yeah,
Little bit.
he starts off at a 10.
Yeah.
It's
He looks at Braddock. He's like, does it go higher?
Yeah.
it's a long
Jesus
it's a long
Christ.
story. I think maybe we could go someplace private and have something to eat. I imagine you might be a bit hungry.
He's like, yeah, you know,
Now that you
yeah, I'm
mention
fucking starving. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's like lead the way.
and then I would, usher his family with him. And then we just probably go to maybe our place and just have some like quiet talk and let them talk a little bit. But
Yeah, so
I mean, yeah, just we would bring him up to speed on like we know we're doing some. We're like this is what happened. You were killed. Sorry about that.
it's like
We
yeah,
found
sorry
out.
my dad sucks.
yeah, we also found out our own way, and we're here to stop it. We're here to do something about it. Your family decided to bring you back from the dead. They had a plan. They executed the plan. They made some mistakes along the way. Nobody's perfect.
So
Now our plan is to go back and fuck shit up.
so you tell him everything, yeah, and
Yeah, and the consequences and
yeah.
all that shit.
So
Absolutely everything.
you tell him you tell him you tell him everything. When you get to the part about Rachel and her, you know, foolhardy plan, let's say, um, you see a look come over his face of like he's very sad that she's going to, suffer whatever consequences, and but at the same time, there's like this look on his face of she's always put the cart before the horse. Like she dives into the shallow end. Like she's ambitious, but she doesn't always think things through. Like what other fucking cliche sayings can I put in there? You get the idea. And he's like, wow. He's like, that's a lot to take in my first 30 minutes back here. By the way, where I was, it was sick. He's like, I saw it was like everything was awesome. He's like, just be cool. He's like, I tried to be cool my whole time. It was like, don't be a dick. That's what I did my whole life. My motto was, don't be a dick, and it worked. He's like, I was in a great place. He's like, there was this dude up there that I talked to a lot. He was pretty wise. He had like this sick, like these like flowing blonde locks, and like even when it wasn't windy, they were like blowing in the wind. And he had this like sick plate armor. And Braddock, you start realizing that he's describing Helm to you. So like he was where you came from. Or, you know, where you maybe hope to return someday, but he was like every single plant just like had fruit on it. Like you just pick it and eat it, and it was the best piece of fruit. There was never a bad one. He's like he looks at the girls, and he's like you guys remember Daisy? And like she's like, Daisy was there. And like everybody starts crying, and you realize, like, they start talking about her, and like you realize Daisy was like a dog they had, just based on descriptions, and like floppy ears, fur, patch on the eye, whatever, all that bullshit. He's like, yeah, he's like everything you wanted was there, nothing you hated was there. It's perfect. And Muriel's like, she's like, I'm sorry, and she's like, that sounds fantastic. I'm sorry we drug you away from that. And he looks at them and like kind of like he like gets them in a line and kind of like has his arms out, and he's like, this is better. He's like, I don't care. He's like, this right here, this is better. And he's like, I'm glad you do. He's like, he looks at Muriel, and he's like, he points at her, and he's like smiling. He's like, you knew. She's like, you knew. He's like, you knew the whole time. She's like, yeah, I thought you might want to come back. He's like, yeah, we got to stop this. And he turns and looks at you guys, and he's like, what do you need from me?
A plan. And everything.
He says, okay. He says,
we've just discovered all of this, but we've only discovered it through essentially your death and what your family has told us, and we have one informer with us. We have a lot of circumstantial evidence. We know the truth, We can't prove any of it. And if we went back there now, even all of us, we wouldn't stand a chance.
He says, don't worry, man. I got you. He says, you got a way over there?
But we have a genie.
He says, you got a genie?
Yeah. Oh well, I work for a genie who
Yeah.
the king kind of used to work for, but different.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. We'll tell you in the car ride.
You have what's a car?
I meant boat.
Oh, cool. He's like,
A cart, it's the thing we've been developing. It's like a cart, and then you cut off pieces of it, and it's like an abbreviated cart with like these wheels.
Gotcha.
a car.
And you put it in the ocean, and it gets you to the shore with the stones.
Yeah, I know what a boat is, man.
It goes 12 knots per gallon.
I don't get that one.
They got garlic knots.
That sounds delicious.
So
They are. You just take dough and put garlic on it, bake it.
He's listening to you guys talk about transportation, and he's like, he says, yeah, that sounds great. He goes, and you see him like going through his thoughts, and he just goes, hey, shithead. And Ace, you feel the lamp like kind of like move, and you see Genie like fucking peek his face out of it, and then he just shoots out of the lamp, and he's like, it's you. And Alfred's like, it's you. He's like, I always thought you might be a problem. He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, it's all good, man. Like, you can tell that these two have met before.
Mm-hmm.
This is a happy reunion. There is
Okay.
no ill will here. But he's like, I knew the deal with you and the king, and there ain't shit you could do about that. He's like, but how's this one? And he like nods at you, Ace. He's like, Genie's like, he's pretty good. He's like, is he good enough? He's like, I don't know. He's like, we're gonna find out though, I guess. He's like, yeah, let's find out. And he's like, he gives you this plan, right? And he essentially knows where you can find any kind of evidence you would need to bring to law enforcement. Anybody that, let's say there's like a, let's say it works kind of like there's like Parliament, but then like the British government works, but the king actually has power. So like they can bring him into question if need be with all the proper evidence, and Alfred knows where to find all. He knows where the fucking bodies are buried. It's why he got killed in the first place.
Can we do a montage with Genie just blipping us in, getting all the evidence, collecting it, getting it ready for court?
Yeah, sure.
I'm joking. You don't have to.
No, that would work. But
I'm just
yeah,
making shit up.
So I don't. So yeah, he's
Cartoon
like,
logic.
Great. It's like, oh hey, there's bad guys down this way. I better go walk and see if there's items.
Hey, buddy.
So he's like, so we just gotta get
Guys, my little cat came out.
cat.
I've got two cats. The
Black
big
cats are
cat,
shit.
he was like, he's a bitch for cuddles. But this little guy almost never comes out. Never lets me play with him. This is a cool kid.
Why does he hate you?
He's just a little shy. One of his favorites.
It's like he's
That
hunting
one.
something.
He
He
cuddles
throws. He does look.
Yep,
He's
that's
like,
all.
ready to
okay,
go.
I'm over it now. There's my butthole. See
That's
ya.
all. That's all. Isabella Swan.
He's like,
Can
so hey, there's a dog. I like dogs. Hi, dog.
He saw me
I love
cuddling the
old
cat.
dogs.
Was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You're my bitch.
Old dogs are the fucking best.
Yes, I am.
So Alfred is like, how long have you guys been here? And you tell him.
No,
So it hasn't been long. It's been
a couple weeks at least.
Yeah, and I'm trying to
3
think about how
weeks to a
long
month.
I'm thinking about how long he's actually been dead. We're gonna say it's been like 6 months, honestly, because
Yeah.
why not? It feels right. Um, he's like, how long? He's like, okay, so you see him doing the math. He's like, so I've been just like 6 months. I've been gone. He's like, I can't imagine your old man's changed his routine a lot in that time. You think he knows about any of the stuff going on over here?
Nope.
Perfect.
He didn't know a goddamn thing.
He says, well, he's like, I know where we get this stuff. He says, and I know his routine. He's like, don't worry, you get me there, I'll get it for you.
Let's go.
Says,
Done.
he said, yeah. He's like, so let's get this fucking boat built, huh?
Oh, again, yeah, we got a genie.
Yeah. Jeannie's like, yeah, like I'm still pretty tired. Like, more hands
Genie
make
has
less
work-life
work.
balance issues.
Yeah.
He'll get the job done before you even know it.
Yeah.
Watch.
Cool.
No, we just get all hands on deck to build a boat.
He also just keeps
He's like, cool, yeah. He looks at Ace. He's like, that sounds like a fucking better plan. he's like, yeah, that's good. He's like, all right, cool. He says, he looks at you, Nitsu. He goes, you mind taking a walk with me?
Yeah.
He's like, cool. He's like, we'll be back. He's like, you all play nicely. He's talking to his family and Braddock, Ace, and Jeannie, and so you guys start walking, and he grabbed like a bottle of wine on the way out. I imagine Jeannie did his create food and water thing, and he
You're the DM. You get to decide that.
yeah. He grabs a bottle of wine, and he's like, he brought two cups too, and he's like, he pours himself one. He looks at you. He's like, you want to get in on this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh,
So he pours you one. He's like, all right. He's like, I gotta ask. He goes, yeah, whatever the answer is, that's what it is. He goes, what's gonna happen to her?
The specifics?
I mean, you don't have to get gruesome with it.
Nothing. It doesn't have to be violent, but I don't know if I want to tell you everything because it's a lot. But a child died. Many people died. There is no out for her.
He's like, that's fine. He's like, I mean, it's not fine. He's like, I understand. He says,
But she's accepted it.
yeah, that one. She's always shooting first and asking questions later. You knew that. He says, they did what they did. And there's been enough selfish acts that I'm not gonna try and change your mind. He says just do me a favor and hold off till all this is done. It's like, is that fair? He's like, I'm not trying to play a bargaining chip, but you kind of need me. And, like, you can tell, you know that you've known this dude your whole life. You can tell that all he's asking for is time. There's no ulterior motives behind it. He's just trying to use familiarity and love he had for you to convince you to give him as much time as you will allow. But at the end of it, it's your decision. That's the entire vibe he's giving you.
I know we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't know when you stopped being Uncle Al and you became Alfred.
I never stopped.
Um,
If it seemed that way, then I'm sorry. That bums me out that it stopped. But
when I started growing up, and I started and recently since I've been here, I've had to do a lot of growing, and I've grown in a lot of good ways. Um, I can do this, and then he does like the thing with the light, and he like picks some stuff up with the force or with the
right,
with whatever,
no, that
right?
works.
Like
He's like, okay,
he does some stuff, and he says my connection to the light has grown, and people look at me now for justice. People look at me to right wrongs. People have expectations of me, and I don't really belong to myself anymore. And I don't have children. I may never have children. That might not be something. I might not ever have a wife. I don't know. I don't know what my future has. And I can't imagine losing losing your child this way, knowing that. But believe me when I tell you, you're lucky you've had this much time with her.
he is he's taken aback
This,
by that one.
this isn't something that I can do or I can give. The a sentence commuted like this is not something that I can I can do. I don't belong to myself anymore. She's done things, and you know she has if she has true remorse, you know she'll go to that place and you'll see her again. This isn't goodbye forever, but that's my final answer.
He has this look on his face, like even though like it's been 6 months, it's like you've gained the wisdom of like 30 years.
Feels like
And
it.
like an important, like not like 1 to 30, I'm talking like 20 to 50, like
Mm.
where you like like you learn a lot in there. You learn way
I
more
feel
in
like
20 to
Nitsua probably
50.
has like a tear. Like he probably like Nitsua really wants to. Like Nitsua wants to forgive her and say she's done. She's remorseful. She can be redeemed. She can fix the damage. He really wants to, because he wants to do that for everybody. He wants to do that for every sinner. I say sin, everyone.
Right.
But there's that part where I'm not the one who can give out mercy to like and I like to think that he can see that like he wants
Right.
to, but
So
he can't because Nitsua doesn't belong to Nitsua anymore.
he
That judgment is higher than just what I want.
he's for sure picking up everything you're putting down, and he says, "All right, man. I he's like, I got two questions for you. First of all, and this is honestly the more important one. He's like, you said something that kind of I don't know, bothered me. Bothered me is the wrong word. It it uh it 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 blipped my radar. He's like, you don't. You said you don't belong to yourself anymore, and I'm like, that that made me kind of sad for you. He's like, does that make you sad, or is that like that something you are happy about?
I believe my sorrow and grief help give me the wisdom I need to make the choices I have to. Um, and I've accepted it. Being who I was even before I came here, it was something that I had accepted. But with great power comes great responsibility,
He's like,
and
yeah,
I have, and I know that I have the power to sway minds. I have the power to make people believe, which is the most dangerous power a man can possess. And I can't belong to myself and do the things that only I can do because I don't. Because I've given those things up willfully, I can then help people in a way that they can trust
he says, he says, well, that's. He's like, I'm happy to. It sounds like. It sounds like. My next question was gonna be, are you happy? And it sounds like maybe not, but the choices you're making, they're certainly noble, and you found peace in that nobility. And and
Okay.
that's something worth living for sure.
I think suffering is something that once you realize you can't get away from, you can accept it. And
Sure.
I'm happy. I'm happy at times, but happiness and isn't something that I want or need. Uh, Peace is what I hold on to, and peace that comes from within me, and that's the power that I hold.
He says, "All right, that like that fuck man, you're like fucking 20 going on 75 here now." But he's like, "All right, I I said I had two questions for you, and here's the second one, and it ain't gonna be easy." He says, he looks over. I think you guys are probably like around like kind of like the town like square, and it's nighttime and whatever. And he's like, he looks over and he sees a stockade, and he's like, "Who the hell's been in that?" And the only person that's been in it is Tipton Langley. And it wasn't long. It was just some like when he didn't have anything for him to do. That's where they put him.
Yeah, we have it here more for show, and because it makes people feel comfortable, they know that the rules are still there. We don't actually need it.
He do you tell him that you told him? So you guys have told him everything,
I told
presumably.
him he would know about Tipton.
Right.
100.
So he says, all right. He says, then this one's not going to be easy to answer. He says, and I'm sorry for even asking it, but if you know me, you're gonna expect this question, and you probably already. Nitsuo would know it before he even asked it, but he asked. He says, that that guy, he helped hurt a lot of people, and my little one, she did her harm too. He says, think about it. He says, if you want to put her down that path, do it. If not, don't. Either way, I'll see her again. And it's not he says it was a question, but it's not. And it's not, he's not trying. I promise you, I know Adam, it sounds like it. You know him well enough to know that he's not trying to convince you to redeem her. He's more like, he just wants you to think about it. And if she's not redeemable, 100% cool. Adam, get it. You guys have been very firm about that, and I respect the fuck out of it. But I'm also gonna make you make decisions too. And he's like, he tops you off, and he says, thanks for letting me bend your ear. It's fucking, it's. He's like, he does this with his hands. He's like, seeing my wife and kids was here, but you were a real close second, man. He's like, I didn't think somebody could turn into a man so quickly. And he's just got the fucking biggest smile on his face. He's probably his eyes are probably welling up a little bit. And, like, he's like done talking about his daughter and her actions. He's just like focused on you, and he's like, he's just beaming with pride. Like you're one of his.
I would probably beg her life too. Like there's no doubt.
He's like, sorry about your old man. He's like, I wish I could have done more. He's like, I feel like if I could, you wouldn't have been in any of this. And he's like, I'm sorry I didn't get that chance.
Well, we may still.
He's like, yeah. He's like, well, you don't get a lot of second chances like these, and I'm gonna make the most out of it. and he kind of leaves you at that. He kind of heads back towards your house, and he just leaves you. He leaves you, not like
He leaves his
abandoning you.
family.
He's just leaving you to think, and
Uh-huh.
so you guys, yeah, I, I don't know. They if they need places to crash, there's room at the inn and whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you guys want to, like, I don't know what you guys want to do right now, but if you guys want to be alone to have a discussion, just tell me and they'll fuck. Everybody will fuck off. Whoever you want to stay will stay. This
Well,
time is
I mean,
yours.
Like,
I mean,
go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
Ace just would have, because we weren't there. That was a private conversation just then, right?
Yep, they were out
Yeah.
on a walk.
Okay. So the only thing Ace would probably
I would
go
say,
to Natsua at some point,
I'll tell you this, John. I'll give you this.
because we got some
I-
time with them building a boat, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have. Let's just call it. Let's call it a week, and I'm not gonna ask you guys to fill out a week of what the fuck you're gonna do in a week. But I'll tell you this: Ace is I think you and Braddock are savvy enough to understand that it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility of knowing why he asked for that discussion. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. And
to the point where it's not. I'm not going to be like, "Hey, you shouldn't be asking him what he wanted. You weren't there." Bullshit. Like,
Ace
ask
is
whatever
simply-
the fuck you want.
yeah, no, Ace is simply going to go up to Natsua and say, we should probably plan a trip while the boat's being constructed to conduct the execution at the Halfling village, where the victims of the families that she hurt are.
Do you think they would want that? I mean, I'm
Well, I
definitely.
promised her parents retribution. Gerbert has passed.
You have two people
He's-
from that village you can talk to, by the way.
Yep.
I mean, yeah,
Um,
like I would definitely want to like.
But
if they,
I'd want to take him back to their parents.
if it could bring any, I can't imagine that scenario. But if it would bring any measure of peace to the parents, because I'm not planning on stealing her or something.
You guys have a week. If you would prefer to like send a letter and wait for a response, like
No, I think
that
Milo.
far.
I think I would want something quick. I want to do it. I kind of want to do it tonight. That's what I was thinking. Like, and get it like, because I don't want to. The longer it lasts, the longer it goes on, the more they all start like thinking. They all start like, what if we beg for forgiveness? What if I go to a convent? What if I dedicate my life to this? Like, it's to have a long death sentence is not.
Yes, so we take her.
Uh-huh.
They say their goodbyes, and we take her on a commune to the Halfling village.
So can you send
We-
Milo ahead and ask, and then we can head there? And if
Yeah,
they're
like I could send him ahead, telling
If
him
her
that
parents
we are on our way.
if her parents are like, no, we don't want to see her, then we would just do it in their sleep that night. Like, because my plan is,
No, like Ace would not like if you don't tell Ace that you're doing that. Fine, Ace is not on board with that. He wants this family to. He believes that they deserve.
and I'm
this.
100% on board with that, and we can go and get her tonight, and we can leave tonight.
How
to go-
long is the Halfling village away? That's what I'm
I
saying.
think it was like a day and a half.
It was
Yeah.
a lot. It would be long enough for Milo to get like we
Yeah.
can
Milo
like,
can do it faster than you guys can.
But
my
he wants them to get to face her.
so
You're gonna kill her before we get there.
here's the plan. Tonight, after they all go to sleep, we're gonna go and get her, and we're gonna tell her it's time, and we're going on a short trip.
So rather than face them and tell them we're taking your daughter to be executed, you're going to
They're all.
To
They all.
steal her in the night?
I mean, better than I don't know. Like, let them know.
Having to have him fucking be like, I'm taking her.
I am not one to
Say
tell
your
somebody how to
goodbyes.
play their character, but to deprive them of goodbyes seems very not Nitsua.
Yeah, it
Am
seems
I alone there?
assassin-ish.
So that's not the intention. They can know that this is her last night.
It doesn't matter to me. You do whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you want.
So
But
they
I don't know.
taking her in
depends
the
on
middle
what
of the night
the-
seems biblical, yes, but it also seems very ritualistic.
It depends
Is
on the
it a
mindset
ritual
what
of
Nitsua's with you
their
right then and there.
religion?
What did you say?
No.
Oz?
It's just taking her.
I mean,
Like we can do it.
No, we
Honestly.
can take her at night. Like, it being at night doesn't matter.
I just thought it'd be easier if they didn't have to like watch her walk away or something.
You guys
I
do
mean,
what the fuck
if
want.
you would, I could see pitching that to him,
So that's
I would
right.
like a
say
personal
need
thing
that.
for you to
And
say to
saying-
Alfred.
Basically,
but that's still going to be
tonight's-
weird.
I mean, basically, it's hey, tonight we can go to them and we tell them tonight's the night. You can tell us know when if you want to go to sleep together as a family. If you want to tell her good night and like right now, like I don't. It's happening and it's happening tonight. However,
Right.
you guys want to deal with that as a family, we're taking her tonight.
Nitsua, Braddock, maybe you'll agree with me here. I think you're too close to the situation.
Oh,
Is it okay if Braddock and I handles this from here out? We'll collect her.
Yeah,
That's
Because
why I brought up what his mindset
I feel
is,
like
right?
you're a little close.
you're probably right, Ace. You're
Because
probably
you're starting to ramble, and you don't do that.
Yes, this is
Stop
difficult.
taking my bit.
This is
And
difficult.
I don't notice these things, and I noticed that one.
Right. So yes.
Okay. So, Ace and Braddock, you're going to where they're at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Braddock, do you want to take the lead on this one, or do you want me to?
No, you're better with words than I am, my friend.
I'm not saying something.
Debatable.
And by that, I mean the amount.
Agreed.
It's a quantity
amount,
versus
of course.
quality thing.
Yes.
So, I'll tell you what. There was plenty of like houses that you guys that were vacant. You guys put them up in one. They weren't staying at the inn. But yeah, you get there and you knock, and Alfred opens the door just because it's the middle of the night, and he says, "Gentlemen, what can I do for you?"
Well, I apologize, Mr. Booth, but we are here on the behalf of His Majesty Nitsua to collect Miss Rachel.
He takes a big deep breath in and he says, "Yeah, that's what I was afraid of." He says, "You can give me like 5."
You may have
All the
5.
time. Take the time you need.
So he goes back in. He actually leaves the door open. He doesn't. He's not trying to hide nothing. Everybody gathers, and you can tell it's a tearful goodbye. And he walks her back and to like the front door, and the other, let's see, Phoebe and Monica and Muriel, they're kind of all just like group hugging in the background, and he brings her to you guys, and he like kind of puts both his hands on her shoulders, and he's like, you know, when I called you a scamp as a kid, there's not a better word for it. And she kind of laughs, and she's like, I know. She's like, she looks at him, she goes, I'm sorry. And he's like, I know. He's like, this isn't the end. I promise. And he looks at her, he goes, you'd have done it different if you had another go, right? And she goes, 1,000,000,000,000,000,000%. And she's like looking at the ground, and he like picks her chin up, and he goes, that's all I needed to hear. And he hugs her, and he kisses her on the forehead, and he kind of walks her out the door, and you two are walking away with her, and Braddock, he grabs you and like kind of like pulls you a couple of feet, and he says, quick and painless, right? And he's like choking through it.
You have my word.
He says thanks, and he turns around and he just shuts the door. And we don't need to get into it unless you guys have some fucking weird thing you want to do.
Hey, we're gonna take her to the place. We're not doing it here.
You got? Oh, okay. Okay, you're taking her to the village.
Yeah.
Dead woman walk.
Hang on.
Are we taking a break?
I don't know. Is that what he said?
It sounds like, yeah. Take a break. But go to the restroom or get a beer.
I'm gonna go pee. That's a good idea.
All right. Sorry, boys.
Boz, are you back?
We're taking a quick break.
Yeah, we went pee. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So, interesting, Adam. Just for your own, Mitsuo had already considered that.
What's that?
With the daughter.
The path of redemption, or
Yeah, for the daughter.
yeah. I figured you might have, but like I said,
He would ask.
of course, the
Yeah.
best thing to do for your players is to give them difficult decisions.
Because what she did out of like desperation and madness, like wild swings,
Sure.
and that she'll do it again. She would do it again. And that's fine up until a point where you've proven that you can be that kind of danger to the community and to the people by having done it. You know what I mean?
For sure. And I don't want you to feel like you have to explain your actions to me.
The other guy, he was like a small-minded pawn that was taken advantage of. I mean, obviously, he still helped enslave however many people, right? By
Yeah.
and knowing he was doing it, but also that's the kind of thing that can still be rehabilitated and you can make that kind of person who was a pawn into a powerful player for good, given the chance. Most
And
people don't take the chance.
of the three people that we had access to that had dealings with the king, Tipton, I would say, was the one that you could most say was a product of the environment of
Hmm?
getting a little power and just going along with what keeps him that power. He didn't feel like a guy who's trying to get more and more and more and more and more. He was
Shit.
just, he felt more like the guy in the mob who's just trying not to get whacked.
Yeah, that's how I. Yeah,
He's
and
enjoying the lifestyle. He just doesn't want to get whacked. Um, and probably every once in a while, like the dude that owned Morty's wig shop, fucking, he's a bit of a loudmouth, and it might get him in fucking
The
trouble.
wigs that make you the handsomest.
You know what I mean?
I like to think that Nitsua saw
That's how I think it tipped in Langley. Like,
a spark of
but I could be off.
a spark of potential in Tipton. He could see like there was something there that could be crafted into something useful and for good in and of itself. For her, she wasn't a product. She wasn't anything. It was I'm hurting and I'm going to hurt others.
No, I mean, that's I don't.
Yeah.
I said,
No,
man, if
because
you felt the need to explain
thought about
yourself to me, that's fine. But
I
I'm
just
not
think-
judging you guys.
I think it's fun.
So it sounds like Boz is back.
Yes, I am.
So what's happening?
No, it's after they have their 5 minutes and they take
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. You guys. I assume you bringing her back to your place or whatever.
Well, we would probably be ready to go quickly because we don't like this isn't something like we're not going to draw this out. We're going to go maybe send Milo ahead and
So
that's what I
are
was
you
thinking.
guys like? You guys are trying. You guys are wanting to know, like, if the town wants you to do this there, or just get it over with.
No, I don't care about the town. I think we only care about the parents.
Sure, understandable. So you,
Although it
you,
did
you
fuck up
want to
that
send him to talk to them, yeah, or send him to talk to them, yes.
Right, yeah. That was the idea. Send Milo ahead and sort of let them know we found the person, we're bringing her. This is what's happening.
Right. So Ace, you can speak through him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say he gets there, and I'm gonna even just fucking do this just because it's fun and weird, and I don't want them to have to talk to a dragon for this. So he turns into you for this one time.
He can cast by spells.
Oh, okay. So he
So-
casts disguise self on himself.
We'll
What do
say
you
why
want him to
not?
look like?
Why can't he use this guy's self?
Whatever
Yeah,
you want
he'll
to
go ahead and look like me. We'll say he shows up like himself and he turns into me,
Okay.
so that they notice him and
Yeah.
they'll think of me.
Right.
And then,
They figure it out.
yes. What were their names? If you don't have them, I'll just make
no,
two
I,
up.
I got it, I think. Let's see. Thought I had names. No, it's fine. Let's just go with Jack and Diane.
Jack and Diane, how are you?
All things considered, we're doing pretty well.
Surviving.
Well, I have news for you. On the front of, we have found the person responsible for the death of your daughter.
They perk up, but not like in an exciting way. More like a you have our attention kind of way. They say,
Um,
"Oh,
we are currently en route to your village to perform her execution, unless you and the other victims of her crimes would not like that."
um." The father kind of like he's like, oh boy, that's a lot. And the mom pops up and she's like, I got this. She's you're sure you got the right person?
Mhm.
We are sure.
Says, all right, that's all we really need. This town's seen enough bloodshed. You do what you see fit. But if it's all the same, we'd rather not. I appreciate the offer. Don't mean to sound ungrateful by any means, but yeah, could just do what you think is best. And you can tell that like
Understood.
yeah, they're just trying to move past it.
And just to be fair, he's also, did the banker have any living relatives?
I believe the banker's relatives were all gone.
Okay.
Um, I think that's what I said, and that's what we're gonna go with.
You can go with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
yeah. I think you had like a kid, but like, yeah. So,
That kid's 8, so we're not going to ask them.
yep.
Uh,
So,
but then Ace would have Milo come back, send him en route, and he would pop back. And
sure.
they do not want to be present for the execution.
All right. He looks at her. Are you ready?
She says, kind of a loaded question, don't you think? And she kind of laughs. Um, because who the fuck is anybody ever ready? But she's like, yeah, I guess. And she says, she says, she looks at you. She looks at you, Nitsua, and she goes, I would do it different. She goes, I know you don't have any reason to believe me, but I'd do it different. And I know that you're not the ones I should be apologizing to. Maybe, I mean, I should be. There's my list of apologies is probably longer than the distance from here to home. But yeah, she says, tell those people I'm sorry.
We already have. So, Adam, this is my ask.
You want to get super gross with this, don't you, you weirdo?
So I can use my force powers, especially on willing people.
Uh-huh.
So this would be not a precedence of like combat
Uh-huh.
kind of thing, but
Uh-huh.
I like the idea that he looks at her and he puts his hand on her cheek near her, just right here, and says, "We will," kind of thing, and then uses the force to just sever her spinal cord.
Yeah, I mean, that yeah. However you wanted to fucking do this, I wasn't gonna. You know.
Yeah, because it only that thing would only kind of work if she was willing, because otherwise she can fight it, right? And then it becomes a thing. And
Yeah.
I don't want to put a precedent. It's like he can do that with just anybody, but in
Right,
this
yeah,
case,
no, this is definitely not a thing you can do.
right? in this case with her, it's just a painless, you know. She
Right.
doesn't even know what happens. It's just, you know, we're talking. She's asking for forgiveness.
Milliseconds.
She's asking for forgiveness essentially, and we say yes. We've told them. We can't give it to her, but we've told them.
Right.
And then it's just lights out,
Yeah. No,
and there's
that's
no trauma.
right. That's all
Except
he
for-
asked for. So
Except for Natsuo, because he had to do it.
yeah, I mean, I get it.
Ace is standing there with his wand out, kind of disappointed.
Like a
Like,
Eldritch Blast just like
extremely
in his
fucking
hand,
disappointed.
just sitting here.
He just puts his wand back in his holster, and he
Aw.
just turns around and heads home.
Oh man.
Nice.
With
Oh,
his head kind of down.
he looks over at Ace.
As soon as you said that, I was gonna say it with me with a dagger in my hand.
Yeah. Hey, I like it.
Cracks like standing there, and they're like, "What are you
Come
doing?"
on, Braddock.
You guys are fucking gross.
Fuck that! I want to murder her for what she did to that child.
So then we,
To my friend.
I like to think
The
that
orc.
we were like, maybe
Oh
like,
yeah.
we left in the
That's
middle
him.
of the night.
Well, he was a bad
We
guy.
rode for probably a few hours while Milo was flying. So we're probably a few hours in some random direction next to some random hill in the middle of nowhere. And that's where we bury her, kind of thing. Like right there, not a big deal. Just in a place. And, you know, later on, I would probably go back and tell Alfred where it was,
Gotcha.
you know, by this tree kind of thing.
Right.
And that's where her
Put
body,
it on a map or something for him.
that's where she's resting.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I got you. No, that works. Well, fuck. It's like 9:30.
Uh-huh.
I think we'll stop here and we'll wrap this shit for sure next sesh, boys.
Cool.
Yeah.
This shit was good. I enjoyed every second of it, and
That was fucking
I think-
fantastic.
I think we can for sure say that next session will definitely be the end. So don't forget to prep your what does your character do with the rest of their life shit.
Yeah, you opened up a whole new treasure trove for me to think about today when you said, "What if they die?" I was like, I hadn't thought about that yet.
You're
I
not
came up
fucking
with a
invincible, bitch.
cool secondary backstory.
I might kill you in combat.
No, I did.
hope
Well,
so.
I didn't think of like if they die. I know I got something really cool.
Alright. Well, that's all I got, boys.
Alrighty.
Next week's gonna be fun. And painful. For you, not for me.
Good.
What level are we supposed to be?
I have you at 9, but if you don't want to go to 10, I got no.
No, I don't care. I was just wondering, based on I couldn't remember what I wasn't looking at my sheet, so I couldn't remember what we were.
Oh, I want to be 10.
So we're at
Right.
9.
John already
I just-
said no. He
I
ruined it
just
for
heard we
everybody.
leveled up to 10. That's what I just heard.
Yeah, well, but majority rolls. I want to be 10.
Yeah, but my vote counts for 2, so.
No, and
We're
I'm
not
counting-
going to get
I'm
a
counting
short
as Braddock
rest, so
and
10
Maligan.
doesn't really give me anything that important.
What'd you say, Boz?
I'm counting as Braddock and Maligan.
Yeah, sure. No, that's not how that shit works.
Well, then, if that's how it works, I'm an Ace,
Right.
Jeff,
John's
and
got like
other
19
aliases.
so
I have at least 3 rock solid aliases.
yeah, no. I don't know. We might go level 10. I'll think about it. I gotta look at the combat. That I
Okay.
have planned.
Yeah, no, that's
It
the
looks like-
only thing. I forgot what level we were, and I wanted to make sure we were the level of combat that you're making.
Yeah, no.
So,
I
the
had
only-
an
the only
encounter
thing-
builder, so
that I get at level 10 is Guarded Mind, where I become resistant to psychic damage.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to level 10 then, because I'm just like 3 mind flayers that you guys are facing.
Am I supposed to be intimidated?
I mean,
I'm not.
probably not, but
Oh man, at
3
level
mind
11,
flayers would be pretty fucking gnarly on you guys.
It would be.
at level 11 I can attack 3 times.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but that's level
with,
11.
with the story.
Right, I know, level
But,
11.
yeah.
I know. That's when you pop off. Level 10's not a big one.
So how about we go to 11 then?
Yeah,
I'll
crank
think
this
about
to
it.
11.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll take 6th level spells.
these,
Or a 6th level spell.
these go to 11. I'll think about it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I got, boys. So
Alrighty, guys.
enjoy your Fridays.
Good night.
I got a lot to go
God
do.
damn it! All right.
So I'll talk to you guys later.
later,
Later.
man.
Bye.
Later.
What the fuck?
Great fucking sesh, brother.
Well, it wasn't too bad. Fucking trying to fix Brandy's goddamn lockdown. I hope this thing wasn't expensive, cause she fucked it. But yeah, yeah, you guys got up to more than I expected. But yeah. Oh,
Dude, that
speaking
shit
of-
with Natsu was fucking, and Miriam and them was emotional as fuck.
Well, that was the goal.
Yep, that was good.
So, so I was looking at my character's shit, and I have crossed through everything, and I need to look back at the map because I realized that I named my tribe the Broken Water Tribe, which also is like code for peeing. It's like breaking wind.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna change that. I don't need to give Boz any more ammo. At least
What type of
easy ammo.
giants do you want to have them?
I was probably thinking just like hill or stone, like I don't know, like
I like stone.
okay. Ooh, what is this? Orcish Kingdom. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to revisit and figure out something like
The High Hammer tribe.
That's a cool fucking okay. So I decided that he was from a swampy area, which that's fine. It can be like it can still be the fucking because I picked that spot, but I don't care. So I picked the Evermoors, which is it appears to be some sort of swamp, but his tribe is gonna be called the Endless Swarm because there's like flies and shit at a swamp. And that came to me, and I dig it. And I will
Okay.
have you a backstory, probably I don't know within the week. So I'll email it to you.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good. I don't expect to get anything from either of them.
well, not if you don't fucking poke them. You gotta
So-
poke them.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I know you
I'll
don't
hit
want
'em
to.
up this
I know they
week.
should, but
Yeah.
you also have to think about who you're playing with. So,
Yeah.
like, it's not that they don't care; it's that they don't realize. It's more of an ignorance thing than an obstinance thing.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get that 100%.
I know that doesn't make it much better, but
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
Well, me and you were different.
Mm-hmm.
After a session, we're geeked, so we do it.
Right. No, I know. I'm surprised I haven't typed up the whole fucking backstory at this point. But it's
But,
because I'm trying to stick this landing. So
Yeah, no, and you're kicking ass.
Yeah, I was like, I'm totally gonna. I'm like, Austin's not gonna like this, but I'm definitely gonna make him fucking tell me why that little shithead gets an attempt at redemption, and this guy's daughter doesn't. And I did not care how it went, but I'm asking.
Yeah,
But yeah, fuck yeah.
I I thought it all went fucking great. Oh shit!
You all right?
Yeah,
The fuck was that
it was
noise?
a brutal fart.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah,
I don't know. I might fuck
it
around
was
with.
just a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
I might fuck around with my. What happens if I type in giant here? The giants plane. Oh, hey, there's a whole plane for giants. God damn, that's far away. What does it have to say about this? Oh, exactly nothing. Cool. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Okay, I'm gonna dick around with this more because there's a. If you like stone giants better, is that what you said?
Yeah,
Okay, there's a mountain range way to the south, like,
yeah,
called Giants Run Mountains.
okay,
And we'll just make it from there, because
okay,
that makes a lot of sense.
okay. So they're
Uh,
not from the swamp.
now,
They're from the he's from the mountains now.
I think we kind of
Okay.
ran into a
Well,
weird thing
I
because I was trying to make him meet Hunter, but like he could totally do that on his way. I don't. I was just doing that for Boz,
dude.
but
Well,
I don't
no,
care about
we're
that.
gonna have Hunter. It's easy for him to admit Hunter because Hunter left the fucking forest, and we can make Hunter a traveler afterwards, or whatever we want. Just put him from the mountains on the Sword Coast. Isn't there a range kind of running up and down the Sword Coast?
Yeah, it's called the Sword Coast Peaks, right? Yeah, the Sword Mountains.
Yeah,
That's fine. Yeah, he can be from the Sword Mountains, and then I'll come up with
because
okay.
Hunter's in the Sword Coast, so he met Hunter.
Yeah. Now I just gotta come up with a cool fucking tribe name.
And then his reason specifically for coming to Waterdeep is because he knew someone there. He knew Hunter was there. And you can go with the same way of meeting Hunter. He met Hunter hunting.
That's a very good giant. That's a very giant sounding tribe name.
What do you
The
got?
Crackmall tribe.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well,
So-
the swarm I didn't hate, but when we were like giants and you're like the swarm, I'm like,
Giants aren't. That's definitely more of a goblin or zombie.
yeah, I'm like,
or
I'm not gonna shit on it because he seems to like it, but
No,
I
well,
do not like it.
no. As soon as I moved shit around, it worked out better. So it's
Yeah.
fine.
Because it's not a bad tribe name.
No, it'd just be better for
Kobolds.
yeah, or really anything else.
Yeah,
So
true.
shit, she's gonna have to find this fucking thing. I wonder if her other fucking. God damn it. I need to not be doing this over my fucking computer. Yeah. But yeah, no, that works. Plus, it makes more sense because the Sword Mountains are like close to a beach or a coast.
Yeah, that's
Like, you're not gonna
one
find
of
a
the things I was
turtle.
getting at. Yeah.
Come the fuck on. How the fuck did you get this out of here?
And I like the idea. You should go back and watch Tarzan because I kind of like the idea of like a fucking mama giant that just doesn't have no babies, like finding the turtle and like taking it in, and the dad kind of being like, "What is this thing?" Ugh. Like not getting it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know what
But
you're
that
talking
might
about.
not be your deal. But it's a fucking. It hit me when you said giants. I was like, oh, that kind of works. Giants and a turtle. That's like Tarzan and gorillas. That works. That's D&D version of Tarzan and gorillas.
Oh, yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
But I don't think you want him being looked at weird by some parts of his tribe and not by
No,
others.
I mean, I don't know. I'll think about it for the next couple days. It might be the reason they sent him away in the first place. So,
Well, and that's what I was thinking. Like he has to go prove himself
right.
to these giants because they're fucking giants and you're a turtle. Some of them just won't accept you.
Right.
Um, and you can definitely like if you want to have, give me some people in the tribe. Give me like a couple people that
Like the leader.
you're close to. Well, no, just like people that you're like a buddy or a friend, or if you had like a fucking sibling or like a half sibling step
I'll tell you what. I'll come up with like
something. Yeah,
five people with a 2 sentence backstory on them.
there we go.
So,
Because I
write that down.
just gives me people I can bring in possibly.
5 people. 2 sentences. Yeah, I'll like I said, I'll fucking get this worked out here. But everything else pretty much works. Um, yeah, except for the I don't know. So like initially it was like the tribe learned it needed diplomacy. That worked better when it was half orcs. So maybe like I know we talked about it, but like maybe they sent him away on this mission, didn't give him a lot, but he comes to find out that he was sent to spy and report back for possible overtaking. I don't know. Um,
Yeah, I'll come up with any plans they had.
because
We'll just
like,
say, as far as you know, is you were sent
to learn
to
about city life, it can be that simple.
well, no, to go prove that you belong with the giants. They've raised you as a giant. They've given you their training. Now you got to go prove it. You got to go do something. You don't really have any instruction. It's we'll say that the giants in this tribe, once they reach a certain age, they're basically sent out into the world to see what they get into.
Okay.
You're not a giant, so
it's
you're
like
gonna
Rumspringer.
you can't go kick over a fucking small village because
Right.
you're not a giant. So you got to go deal with people.
You know what Rumspringer is?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of it like that.
Yeah. Kind of.
But
for you, that's more what it would be.
But more like instead of making a decision about your life, prove that you're useful. Being useful is it seems like it'd be good. Like, give us a reason to keep you.
Yeah. Well, and then my big thing that I think is going to be the trigger is when they or some of them or word gets back to them that a fucking 7 foot tall turtle is walking around down Waterdeep.
Sure.
Because you get real big. Like, that is going to be a turning point. So we know that's coming with the subclass you've taken.
Right.
So then we cultivate the story around that. Does that make sense?
Me. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they even know in their tribe and their religion that if you prove yourself to the gods, essentially, you've been sent off to prove yourself to their giant gods, and you will be blessed, and they will know that you are one of the tribe. Like, it's just, that's how it's worded in the religion.
Is there a giant god?
Because it's very, like, religious texts can be very fucking murky. So it doesn't have to be straightforward.
Oh. Okay. There is a stone giant
And tribal
god.
religions is even fucking... Because they're relatively neutral, right?
What's that?
Stone giants?
Their god is neutral.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Scoreus Stone Bones. That's a weird... That's a very comic book name.
So you've been sent off to prove that you belong with the giants. That's basically what Tuga has.
It's also a god of knowledge. So yeah, I mean, like, go learn some shit. Prove your worth. It's like,
Yeah.
I think it's good if it's like, we're not gonna give you anything. Find a way to prove your worth.
Yeah.
And then that
one
way,
of the things
that leaves
gives
it
you
really fucking open for you.
one of the things that gives you belief is, I'm just making this up on the fly. You remember a fable, a giant fable your mother told you of a turtle that was blessed by the giant gods that was the size of an entire island.
I feel like there's an...
Like, just something small. Like, you can expand on that fable all you want, but something that tiny. That's just something you have in the back of your head.
I thought that there was a, like, colossal turtle monster.
I believe there is. But that's basically the fable. It's not a monster. You just know it is an island.
I found one, but it is a Reddit post. Make it bigger. This thing is like fucking badass. I mean, it's got a fucking mountain with waterfalls on its back. Only 132 hit points. What are we doing here? This thing's made out of rock.
What's the size?
Gargantuan. Here.
Give me gargantuan times 10, please.
Well, like, gargantuan... Oh, wait.
No, I know. I get
wrong,
gargantuan's fucking massive.
Well, gargantuan can be... It's up to any... It's like, what, 5x5 or bigger?
Yeah. Well, and those aren't waterfalls as much as he's coming out of the water.
Yeah, but there's still a fucking mountain on its back.
No, fair enough.
Like, I'm
100%.
I'm thinking his nose is 60 feet off the ground. Like, the tip of his nose? At least. I don't know. It's fucking huge.
Oh, more than that.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Like, this is just cool art.
It is. It's a dope fucking art piece.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The fable, it would have been the size of an island. Just for a cool little piece.
Oh, damn
to
it.
build the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was looking for... I'm thinking... Because I did have the thing about his... So I'm thinking also this, like... He's going to... I was thinking about having the... Even when he was like a half-orc guy... In a half-orc tribe, having like their insignia on his shell, but he always wears a cloak. So like, if you needed to get us into trouble, like maybe some wind blew it up. So like,
so you're gonna have the giant tribe symbol on his shell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you had said from the beginning. That's what I figured.
So like, yeah, it's probably something looking like Mjolnir that's just like split in two.
So that's the giant god symbol?
No, the giant god symbol is a stalactite, so that might be good. Just a stalactite on his back. That's the one that hangs from the ceiling of the cave.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he has them all in like a circle around his shell,
No, I'm thinking
hanging
I'm thinking what
towards
it is.
the bottom of his
I'm
shell.
thinking what it is it's a cone that, like it's like an upside down soft serve without the cone. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Like, think of an ice cream. Think of an ice cream cone. Turn it upside down and then erase the cone. Like that.
Wait, why would the stalactite look like that?
I don't know, for ornamental purposes.
Okay.
So it just looks cooler than just an upside down triangle. Like,
well, no, because I was what I was depicting is them kind of, how the center of the shell usually has one circle.
Yeah, there's usually a centerpiece.
So you have all the stalactites hanging off that all around. You do like 8 of them around his circular centerpiece.
You think almost like a kind of like a crude sunburst?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Because then they would still be the stalactites, but he made them look his own with his appearance.
Yeah, it's not bad. Either way, we don't really have to get too detailed in it, but it's there.
But yeah, I don't hate yours either. I was just confused at first because I was like, wait, why is it? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. It's there. And
I'm stoned.
We'll put it there in session 0 or half or whatever.
It's a tattoo. You can decide it's different halfway through. It don't matter. It doesn't give you no magical powers.
No, it's...
even if it did, even if you were the Rune Knight, I'd be like, I don't.
I'll tell you this,
you're
though.
Good. You change what it looks like.
I probably won't level you guys up, but I do have stuff for you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not care. I was simply bringing it up because I couldn't remember when we leveled last. Has it been a week or so
since you leveled? For sure.
I didn't think so.
I think you leveled twice at the end of the Constance fight.
Okay. Yeah, we leveled. That's right. It's just been a minute.
Been a minute.
So I was confused.
Role play, like a lot of it.
A lot of fucking junk we've gone through since that level up.
Yours.
So
the thing you're getting is, it's good, but it's not exciting. Well, I mean, it might be exciting.
I don't care if I get anything.
I know, but
I've got the gloves.
I'm gonna tell you this: you guys are gonna fucking need it. This fight is bad.
Did you overcompensate?
Yeah.
You can't. You gotta deal with just getting your ass whipped.
Hey. It's fine. Don't worry about
You just want to kill somebody. That's all it is.
I really don't, honestly. I don't. If there's like
I trust you. I don't
tell you
fucking
this.
care. If I die, I die.
Boz was really looking for like a dive in front of the bullet moment. Like he wanted that. Like me and him been talking. I'm like, bro, that's really, really hard to orchestrate. Like it's fucking almost impossible without making it feel fucking hollow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just tough, buddy.
You gotta dive in front of the bullet and realize you don't have to die for it to sink in.
Well, I'm like, it's really, really tough because like, I'd be like, let's just say, I don't know. Like if I was a player in this, like if let's say you and me traded spots and you and him had this like behind the scenes conversation, like where, hey, he's like, hey, what if like me and Adam's character are both down like, to so many hit points and then there's a disintegrate and you and I dive in front of it. And I'd be like, in the middle of the game, like if you were like, that happens, I'd be like, fuck that, it hits me, he doesn't die, I die. Like, I don't know how you would be, but I'd be like, no, I want him to live over my guy. You know what I'm saying?
no. See, I'm gonna play that moment. It depends on like if Braddock has like Braddock jumping in front of Ace. I'd be like, yeah, that's what Braddock would do.
It would be, but
Like
here it is. Here's what it is.
now I get to play Ace. You're just afraid to fucking play that fucking horribly shitty now, or you just want that hero moment.
No,
I don't need that.
It's like
because I want them to have it as much as I want it.
Right. It's just I'm just like there's a lot of shit.
I don't know.
Like I think I'm trying to like that was part of the reason like we talked on the phone today and I'm like I need you to have something like I was like how about this conversation? He's like yeah that sounds really good. I'm like okay if we're gonna make this happen and all that shit and like he's very interested in like this redemption thing and I'm like the whole time I'm thinking you have to die. I mean like I don't know. Like for me, redemption doesn't come through fucking taking the bullet. Like
yeah,
win the game. I know it's D&D, but like win the game and that's enough. Like because the win is you're putting an end to a slave trade. Like that's
big the
there,
thing
Bubba.
is that that's something he needs to suss out earlier.
Right.
Get to you earlier, and
For
you
sure.
should have put that out right away.
Yeah.
Give him his flood of memories early, so then he can redeem himself.
He what's funny is he wanted to he was like it was after the last session he was like what if Braddock just offs himself for the heart and I'm like don't take away the goodbye and don't take away the chance for them to talk to you about it because I'm like that's something you're even if it ends up happening don't take that away from those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you and me talked about it with Austin, and you were like, Ace is 100% going to try and talk him out of that, and I'm like, okay, I know where this is going. I'm like that's gonna bum John out if you just go off yourself, dude.
Well, and that's fine if he does. But like I've even been in that situation because I did that with a character. I did that with Ike and Gek.
Yeah.
And I pulled aside your character, the cleric,
right,
specifically to talk to him. I didn't go to everybody, but I went to somebody.
Right.
So somebody had a chance to talk me out of it.
No, I get it, and I'm like,
and because you gotta give them, you can't not give them something.
Fortunately, because I honestly did forget about that, but like, just because we played a lot of games, but like, fortunately, I had talked to you about Nitsu, and I'm like, you're like, there's no way Ace is gonna fucking let him do that. I'm like, okay, like it's not his call, but you were more like, I'm gonna put a fight up.
Yeah, no. Not like I'm gonna stop your game because I don't want that to happen. No,
I know.
But
like
Ace is gonna do everything in his power
for sure
to stop that.
And Austin, Austin was like at that time. Austin was like super jazzed. He wanted to be a kobold. Like he wanted to be from like the group of kobolds that you guys dealt with. He was gonna be one of them, and I'm like, that's cool. I'm like. Totally. I'm like, if you want, like, not that he was tired of his character, but he was like, this was before he like found all this like light and shit to really dig into and like, which I think he's been pretty happy with that. But like he found his niche as like the Fraser Crane of the game.
Yeah.
And so
one tip I will give and I'm going to give this to everybody before we do session 0. Start thinking about your prologue when you're building your character.
That's really hard to do. You know that, right?
Where do you start when you're writing your campaign?
The end.
So
that's
what?
the DM.
So start. No. Yeah, I understand, but you make every character is Lily Aldrin. Build your front porch. Where does this character see themselves?
You really picked the wrong person for me right there.
But you know what I mean. I
I
understand Lily, and that's Lily's worst moment, if you ask me.
There's so many bad ones.
There are a lot.
Yeah,
but
I mean, like,
you know what I mean.
Like, you have to be super general though, because you don't.
Well,
know
yeah.
What the game's
No, Ace. I knew that by the end of this campaign, I wanted him to be moving towards a healthy relationship, and I figured he'd probably really glom onto this community and want to settle down there.
So, okay.
So that's what I'm talking. Not like have their story written, but have little key hot points to work towards.
So let me take this.
Get my rage under control.
Let me take this in not a different direction, but a parallel path. Nico, right?
Okay.
Joe's Nico.
Yeah.
I believe in the player's guide to Ruins of Aslan or whatever. What the fuck was the game?
What I think that's it.
Raiders of the Lost Continent.
Raiders of the Lost Continent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck it's called. I think it kind of gives you some sort of not a summary, but it gives you hints at what path the game is gonna follow. So from the jump, his goal was to become a god, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that shit?
Yeah.
So I think in session 0, whatever you can give us can help us get there. To where I can't give you my prologue at session 0, but I could probably give it to you at session 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There we go.
Because aside from
that's true.
You having TV
you're gonna
show
need
characters,
a little more.
I know nothing else about this campaign.
Yeah, you're gonna need a little more.
Right. That's all. But yeah, I think at least right now, for sure, his main goal is to prove his worth to his tribe. That's it.
Good.
That's what I've got.
There we go.
That's why he was sent there. And
yeah, I think a better way is always be thinking about that prologue. Is probably a better way to phrase that.
Well, it's totally gonna change over the course of time. But I really liked when Joe was he even did it in character. He's I'm going to become a god. I'm gonna find this Atlantis bullshit or whatever, and I'm gonna become a god. And I was really sad when Nico died.
Mm-hmm.
Because goddamn, he's up there with my favorite characters in all of the Glass Cannon Network.
Yeah, but Joe's got 4 or 5 of those, and also Joe's characters are all dead.
He's my favorite Joe character, and I don't think it's even close.
Nico's good.
Nico's really good.
I would say he might be the best Joe character.
Yeah,
But my favorite, Dalgreath or for Highbury. I fucking love Sir Will.
So good. Yeah.
Dude, I used to be riding in my car chanting that shit when he would go on a charge.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to...
Tell me you didn't scream that shit at the top of your lungs sitting in the fucking living room, startling the shit out of Brandy.
During Austin's death trap, I had a orc or half-orc paladin.
Oh, yeah,
Gavin McDew.
That's right.
And I had a catchphrase for him. I'm going to come up with a catchphrase, and It's going to be related to his tribe.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna try and come up with a call and response. You know who's gonna be really good for this? To outsource this to? James. Oh, speaking of, I don't know that it's gonna happen, but he's like, my wife and kids are going out of town. See if we can hook up a session. I'm like, okay, bro. I'm like, it's kind of fucking tough. But
When is this gonna be?
he told me today. Was it today? He said so. This morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, he said, so sometime end of the month ish, my wife was gonna go out of town with the kids for a week. So if there was to be an opportunity for a one-off D&D night, I don't remember the exact dates. I want to say like the 30th to the 4th. And I'm like, so we'd be looking at a Friday or Saturday game because the 30th is a Friday. And I'm like, I'm just asking because typically we play on Thursdays. He's like, assuming I have the dates correct and they actually go. I go, well, fucking. I'm like, get me some dates. Like, give me exact dates. Because, like, I'm not going to fucking, like, just jump the Thursday game for a fucking maybe.
Well, and that's the thing is, if you are this sporadic on being able to play, you don't get to say, "Hey, I want a DM."
No, I don't think he wants to DM. I think he wants to play.
Oh, he just wants to jump in.
I think he'd totally be cool. I think he'd actually prefer to play.
Okay.
So,
I thought last time you were having us put characters together, he was getting races and shit. He wanted to DM last time.
No,
James?
James had built a rabbit druid for this game because he thought he was going to be able to play, and he ended up.
Yeah,
hang on.
But he also. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
No, the last thing he had for me was like a whatever the rabbit race that Boz is playing. He was going to play a druid and get into our game, but that never came to fruition.
No, this was long. This was after that because that was before this game started. We were even talking about him being in it.
Oh, I don't remember then.
And then he did the move and all that, and then there was something about, oh, I'm gonna have an opportunity to play like one time or maybe two, and he was gonna do a one shot. And I think they were even talking about doing it on a different day. Tank was going to show up. And
I don't
it was.
That.
So I bet you he's wanting to do a one shot.
He didn't.
I would clarify that.
Well, he needs to give me some fucking dates first.
Well, yeah,
but
for sure.
I mean, he's got
and those guys aren't just going to change their days.
Well,
Boz might not be available.
Well, like, I think, like, if it, for me, I'd be like, if we're, like, the 30th is a Friday, right? I'd be like,
yeah.
I'll fucking play D&D for, 3-4 hours, and then get on games later. Like, I'll sacrifice my PlayStation gaming time to play D&D every time. But
unless they're D&D. Another session on Fridays.
I'm gonna need more than what you've given me so far. So, like, you know, he didn't give me enough to really even bring up anything. So, yeah. What?
Oh yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I like.
Um,
I try. I
but
try with him.
and I'm a
because
warrior, so
well, I try with him because he's super fun to play with.
yeah.
He's so,
No,
and he knows what he's doing. He's good at it, and his characters are always fun.
I'm fucking down to play with James for sure. I'm just not gonna fucking drop what we're doing in a campaign or right at the beginning of my campaign so you can get a fucking one shot in.
Well, if he was like, hey, August 24th is a Thursday. I know for sure I can play that day. I'd be like, cool, I'll make it happen. Like,
I'll be there, but I guarantee you, because I swear we've tried a couple of one shots with him here or there, and it's just been the past few years. He ends up like we'll be like a month out, and like 2 weeks later we don't hear shit.
What I would do is I would get you.
And it's like, yeah, it's not gonna happen.
I would get you, Boss, and Austin on board, and then if he flakes out, we just play our game.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I don't care.
yeah, but like, you didn't give me a ton. I know. I mean, that kind. I realize that kind of notice is tough to give, but at the same time, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, buddy, you're not giving me a lot to work with, so.
And Tanky hasn't really reached out to me about D&D at all, but let him know if he's interested. If he's interested in playing, he's always welcome to join our game unless he'd rather try the one with Ray first. And that's perfectly fine.
Fucking. I know you can always bring him in whenever, but like.
Yeah, whenever is fine with me. I don't care.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because he seemed enthusiastic. That's the only reason I bring it up. You know what I mean?
The reason he was enthusiastic is because of the low frequency of the game.
Yeah, and that's cool. Then we'll keep it.
So yeah, and I did send him the message. I'm like, hey, give it a week. Feel him out, bring it up. I'm like,
you told me that.
I'm like, if this game's done, so it's done. It ain't that big a fucking deal. So.
And if you personally want to play, we can always figure that out, Tank.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know that I just don't know that he's a weekly guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, you would.
Well, you'd think at this point, he's fucking into his fucking house husband shit. He's probably bored and needs something weekly to do.
Who the fuck knows? Hey, your lights went out.
Can you turn that back on? I'll turn it off in a minute.
It's
Sorry.
all good, man. I'm probably gonna get out of here.
Huh? You're drunk as fuck. Cool. He can't articulate, and he's fucking red as a goddamn.
Yeah, well, first of all, the red ain't got nothing to do with
Now
you
it's
being
sunburned because of his new job. He's out there.
Yeah, I didn't have a hat on today. Trainer was
Even
like,
after the one you found.
He better
Should've
fucking
wore
wear a
it.
hat. Who's bald
well,
ass.
it wasn't washed yet.
You bald ass better wear a hat. Says
It's-
fucking full head of hair, Adam.
That's
Did
right.
you see that?
Hey, you know what, Adam? Fuck you. I'm glad you got some non-balding genes, but I'm also not glad that you didn't get not balding.
That was one of the best comebacks I've ever heard in my life.
Anyway,
It was a fantastic comeback.
It was
Adam.
well
Best
choreographed.
comeback he's ever heard, Dave.
Ah,
Good job.
shit. I've been recording this whole fucking time.